everyone, welcome. Hello. Right, we've got a special treat for everybody today, haven't we?
A post-points adjustment,
Yes.
grand tournament, all sorts of things going on this list, all very new and at time of recording anyway, topical.
What's the big thing?
Big
things.
Super heavies are now, if they have the same trait, same keywords as your Warlord, they're now 1 command point rather than 3 for super heavy auxiliary. So we both looked at that.
Let's bring our super heavy auxiliaries!
So we've got 2,000 points of World Eaters versus Nihilakh Necrons.
Yes.
We'll be showing lists in just a moment.
You excited for it, big
I
guys?
am so excited.
Yes.
I can't wait to see what
Big
this does.
guys, let's do the lists! So here we have the forces of the Necrons, and as you can see, we have the super heavy that we mentioned. Now I will get onto him later on, because that is a huge chunk of my army. So we'll start off with the Warlord. I have my Overlord here. He has the Void Scythe and the Orb of Eternity. So this is a resurrection orb that gives +1 to reanimation rolls. So I'm looking to find a unit once per game, and I get to roll reanimation for them.
Bring them all back, probably.
Bring them all back. We have some good targets for them. We also have the Royal Warden. I love him. Pick a unit.
Yep.
Fall back. Shoot. Charge. So he works really well in conjunction with the unit of 20 warriors, all armed with the Gauss Reapers. I think it's the best choice. I think it's widely regarded as the best choice. We then have the Techno-monster with Canoptech Cloak, flying around, bringing people back. D3 warriors or 1 other core.
Okay.
And for a command point, he can do it twice.
Oh dear, okay, that's
Yes.
scary.
Speaking of core, we have the 10 Lich Guard. And these are the sword and board, the tough nut to crack, and I love them. I love them.
Yeah,
I think they're competitive now.
I think so, yeah.
Yeah.
You've taken them against me a couple of times, and they've always earned their points back, but they are just such a pain to chew through.
Yes, so hopefully with new reanimation, they can show up. We then have the other troops choices, 2 units of 5 Immortals with the Gauss Blasters. Minimum 5, but they tend to do work. They're there for actions. So, yes, we'll see how they do. And then a unit of 3 Scorpic Destroyers. Now, I've only got 3, and I'm aware I would like to run them in a unit of 5 with a Chronomancer. That's the goal. So,
Something to build towards.
yes.
But even 3 is...
Yeah, I mean, they're 100 points for 3, and I think they're threatening.
Yeah, and if they do get shot off the board, if they don't last very long, you've not lost that much.
Yeah, exactly. 8-inch move, Whirling Blades, -1 to wound.
Yep.
So we'll see if they do anything. We then have 2 units of 3 Scarabs. Yeah, these are nice little objective grabbers. And yeah, so I forgot to mention the dynasty will be the Nihilakh Dynasty. So I ignore AP1 in my own deployment zone, and everything counts as objective secured, minus the Seraptech.
And your troops count as objective secured twice,
Yes,
is that right? Or they count as double the models?
That's right. We then come on to the Helstalker. This has the heavy Gauss, so it's 6 shots, strength 7, AP3, D3 damage, and then finally onto the Seraptech heavy construct.
The elephant in the room.
The elephant in the room. It has 2 synaptic obliterators. These are strength 16, AP -4. It doesn't really matter when you get to that sort of AP.
No, not really.
And flat 6 damage.
Yeah, that's the bit that I'm worried about.
Yes.
The flat 6 is going to blow holes in my entire army.
They've also got some other shots. 2d6, 24 inches, strength 6, AP -2, just 1 damage.
That's all you need to kill a berserker.
Yes. So, we shall see. This is 650 points of my army. So, 28 wounds. Is it worth it? No. But 1 command
Is
point
it
now.
awesome though? It's
Oh,
really
yeah.
cool.
Oh yeah. It's this is the second time I've filtered it, actually.
Nice.
So, we've got painted model syndrome out the way.
I'm looking forward to and dreading fighting it in equal measure.
Hopefully, a bit of fun.
Have you covered your Warlord traits?
No, he will have Enduring Will, so -1 damage, just to keep him around a little bit longer for those command protocols.
Okay, and do you want to go over your secondaries as well?
Yes, so I have taken Grind Them Down. I think with Necrons, Grind Them Down is quite good. I don't have a lot of, apart from the Scarabs, Generally I should be killing more than is getting killed. I also have Bring It Down in Alex's list. There is a huge amount of demon engines, as we will see in a minute.
Yep.
And then I will also have Retrieve Octarius data.
Which is the new one, isn't it?
Yes, so this was deploy teleport homers.
Yes, I think it's changed slightly. It's you do an action in each table quarter.
Yes, that's right. And you must be at least 6 inches away from another table quarter.
Okay.
So you can't just sit and flit over.
Yeah.
Right. So only infantry can do that. So that's kind of what the Immortals are there for. So my Scarabs can't quite do that. And there we have it, 2,000 points on the nose of Necrons.
Okay, here we have 2,000 points of World Eaters. We'll start by pointing out that, as with Sophie, I've brought a super heavy. We're bringing the Kytan, which I'm really looking forward to fielding. He got a significant buff at some point in FAQ. He went up to 26 wounds and he shed some points.
So, how many points?
440 off the top of my head.
200 points cheaper and only two. I'm not so. Right, it's your list.
He'll kill anything he touches. He's strength 10 or strength 20, he does his smash attacks. Damage 6, his gun's not bad as well, and because we're an old codex, Demon Forge on him only costs 1 command point. Oof. So, we're building super heavy auxiliary detachment and a battalion. With the battalion, we've got the Warlord here, a Terminator Lord armed with Gorefather. He has got Violent Urgency as the Warlord trait. It's the best one for World Eaters. I want to try the others at some point, but
Violent Urgency do?
+1 to advance and charge rolls for any World Eaters within 6 inches.
Oh, lovely.
Yeah, it's a no-brainer, really.
And he's a Red Butcher as well,
He is a Red Butcher, which brings him up to strength 5, and he gains the same Blood for the Blood God rule as the Berserkers, so he can fight twice with Gorefather. Gorefather, for anyone who doesn't know, is a strength +1 strength Chainaxe, AP 3, damage 3, -1 to hit, but any 6s to wound, just do 3 mortal wounds instead. Lovely. Which makes him a surprisingly good blender for killing infantry as well, sometimes. So if he makes combat, he'll make a mess. He might not make combat though, so he has quite a lot of guns. For our second HQ, we've got a Dark Apostle. He knows the prayer Benediction of Darkness. He picks a unit within 6, and they are -1 to hit, which will be very useful. I'll give Sophie a difficult choice. Would she rather shoot the Lord Discordant, who'll be behind Dents, hopefully, or the Kytan, who's also -1 to hit? I'm basically banking on the Seraptech whiffing. He's taken my second relic, the Banner of Rage. So once per game, in the fight phase, start of the fight phase even, he can unfurl the banner, and then all worldies within 6 inches of him have +1 attack. I have fielded it before. I've never remembered that I've fielded it before in the fight phase, in that I've never actually used it.
Right, well, write it up in big letters so you don't forget it then.
Yep, absolutely. And for our third HQ, we've got a tried and tested Lord Discordant. Sophie loves these.
I play Chaos so much, and every time it's sort of, how do I deal with the Lord Discordant? Like with so many demon engines, he's such a force multiplier.
This is it. That he's going to actually probably the linchpin of my army, giving all these demon engines +1 to hit. And as you can see, we've got a lot of demon engines, but we'll come back to those. Going on to our troops, we've got 2 units Berserkers. We've got a unit of 10 armed with chain axes, chain swords, power fist on a champion, and a Icon of Wrath. And we've got my substantially older squad of Berserkers, squad of 9. A little bit of proxying, we're saying they've all got chainsaws and chain axes, and again, power fist on the champion. And an Icon of Wrath. For our third troop choice, we've got some Cultists.
Ooh, points reduction!
Yeah, this list actually is a little bit cheaper than it used to be. 30 points saved overall. They're back to 5. They've gone from, if memory serves, they've gone from 4 to 5 to 6 to 5 to 6 to 5 points.
Cultist meta is here, you heard it here first.
They're not going to do anything. They're going to sit on the objective, they're going to stick a banner, hence the fact we have a banner, on that objective, and then they'll stay there for the rest of the game. Those are our troops. Moving on to fast attack. This is another recent change. We've got a Dreadclaw. So the Dreadclaw, if anyone doesn't know, is a flying drop pod, as you can tell, with a demon inside it. So it can fight. It actually fights really well. The change is that now, finally, you can disembark from it on the turn it arrives. So this squad of Berserkers is going to be in there, dropping in, hopefully making a charge into Sophie's lines, turn 1, and making a horrible mess. So I'm really looking forward to trying this out.
Yeah, I mean, it now does what a drop pod is supposed to do, which is drop down and just eject.
Exactly.
Infantry. Like,
rather than dropping down and sitting there for a second.
Getting shot, to be
And
honest.
getting shot to bits.
Got what, 9 wounds?
Yes, 9 wounds.
Take us through the
6.
profile, because it's quite an unusual unit. Or have I just put you right on the spot?
You put me on the spot now. Off the top of my head, I'll correct myself in the game if I'm wrong here. It is toughness 6 and 9 wounds, 3 up save. It doesn't have any guns, but it can move up to 12 inches. It has flying, obviously. Anything it flies over takes mortal wounds. And it's a beast in combat.
Yeah.
It's got 4 attacks, 5 with Hateful Assault, Strength 12, AP 3, Damage 3.
Nice.
So actually, yeah, that's not a bad... I'll quite happily lob that into your lines turn 1.
Yeah.
After it's dropped off its cargo. Is there anything else it does? Oh, and again, unlike regular drop pods, once it's landed, it can take off and it can fly around eating things.
Yes.
Which is just fun. Moving on to heavy support, we have got my trifecta of demon engines. We've got a Mauler Fiend, armed with Lasher Tendrils. We've not had much luck with Mauler Fiends in 8th or 9th edition, but with Lord Scorn supervising, they can hit quite hard. And they've got a good number of attacks as well, so they can try to clear out some infantry. We've got the reduced Venom Crawler down to 110 points now. And we've got the Venerable Defiler. The model is showing its age, but the profile is actually really quite good now. Armed with a Reaper Autocannon and a Power Scourge. So it can do a bit of shooting, and it can do quite a bit of melee as well.
You've got a Helldrake as well.
Yes, we've got a Helldrake as our flyer, the Hell Turkey. It's meant to be an anti-flyer, but so it doesn't have any aircraft, so that's actually quite good. I think you threatened me with Doom Scythes when we were talking about our lists.
Oh, they're 200 points each, and I couldn't fit them in.
Yeah, that's fair points. It's 150 points for the Helldrake. It's got a Bale Flamer. It can kill some infantry. It can tie things up turn 1 as well.
It's not an aircraft either.
It's not an aircraft, so you can control... I'm not sure about that. It has to fly a battlefield role.
No, but
is it based on the aircraft keyword?
Specifically aircraft keyword.
Oh.
So it can control objectives.
I didn't know that. We'll pretend that was intentional, and that's why it's in the list.
Yes.
But yeah, it can do a bit of melee as well, and it can tie things up, and it can control objectives. And then finally, we have one dedicated transport, the Humble Rhino, just for the second squad of Berserkers to get them into combat and get them up the line, and then go sit in objectives for the rest of the game. That's it. I've got a lot more on the ground than Sophie.
Yeah, what secondaries are you taking?
That is a good question. I'm taking no prisoners, kind of an auto-take against Necrons, especially now it's number of wounds rather than number of models removed.
Yeah, and you know, when my Necrons keep coming back, you can keep killing them.
Khorne loves it.
Yeah.
You can take their skulls multiple times, but you don't bleed, so it probably cancels out.
We'll get back. We'll get to it. We'll reinvent bleeding, and it'll be better.
Yeah, it'll be better than mortal, squishy, organic bleeding. Yeah, we've got no prisoners, we've got engaged on all fronts, and we've got raise the banners high. That is my list. I'll be starting on 8 command points, as Khorne intends. We'll be back after we've deployed.
So we've now deployed. I have all my Necrons spread out here.
Yeah.
Should I go through my deployment?
Yeah, why not?
Yes.
Well, before that, do you want to go through the mission first?
Oh, yes. So the mission is Surround and Destroy.
Okay.
And this is from the Grand Tournament Pack 2021.
Yep.
So we have 6 objectives. We have 2 in the middle, and we have 4 around the outside. And the primary objective is to score hold 1, hold 2, and hold war.
Yep.
You know how it works by now.
And neither of us are taking the mission-specific secondary objective, so it doesn't matter what that does.
Exactly. It was kind of good, but the mission-specific one was holding, I think 3 or 4 of these.
I think so, yeah.
And
Holding the ones in the deployment zones.
I'm surprised you didn't take it, actually, because you're looking at getting in my lines.
It may have made more sense, but I can't really push double OBSEC off an objective very easily.
Very true. Very
Unless I
true.
kill you.
Yes.
And if I kill you, I'm winning the game anyway. In theory.
Can't control an objective when you're a corpse.
Exactly. So, do you want to take me through your deployments?
Yes. So I have, starting over here, we have a squad of 5 mortals.
Yep.
Hiding in the barricades. We have the Royal Warden, 20 warriors. Just slightly back from the deployment zone. I'm aware of how fast the worldeaters can be. We have a little squad of Scarabs there hiding.
I believe you. I can't quite get... There we go.
Yes, it's great. Their true line of sight still exists.
Yeah. And I can't see them from here, so I forget that they're there.
We have the Cryptek, the Overlord, and his bodyguard of 10 Lich Guard. Coming over to this flank, it's less populated with bodies, but it has one very significant one. So we have 3 of the Scarab Swarms again.
Once again, we should point out here that the barricades do not have obscuring. However, I cannot see them at all.
This works.
They are too short.
We like this. Helstalker.
Yep.
And the bigger brother, the Ceraptech Heavy Construct, away from all those nasty close combat.
You
Damage
cowards.
6. Oh, I'm only damage 5 now.
How are you? Oh dear.
Oh, by the way, warning. This did get a nerf. I'm very bitter. You won't hear about it, but I'll try and keep it to sort of 10 or 15 minute rounds.
Yeah, so this battle report may be a few hours.
Hopefully
they'll kill it, they won't win.
One command point now, and the 2 command points that I've saved I can now spend on blowing it up.
Yeah, so that's tactical.
And then we've got the Scorpic Destroyers over at the end.
Yeah.
And just a little bit of a counter charge, a little bit of a, oh, I'm going to get you. And then 5 more mortals over here.
And those cards over there are your...
Yes,
what are they called?
Command protocols.
That's
So
the one.
as long as my Overlord is alive, then knows what's coming up.
Okay, well you do. I don't know what's coming up.
Can I remember? No.
It'll be a surprise for everyone involved.
So take us through your deployment then, Alex.
Okay, so starting on the right flank, what we've got over here is a big pile of demon engines. We've got just in there the Dark Apostle and his buddies ready to put Benediction of Darkness onto the Kytan. So he'll be -1 to hit if the prayer goes off, which it hopefully will. The Lord Discordant and the Venom Crawler are behind obscuring terrain from those terrifying damage 6 guns. And we've got Defiler over here as well. So this flank, we should be able to move on to those objectives and hopefully hold them for quite some time. Got the Mauler Fiend ready to move up as well into the centre field. A Rhino full of Berserkers, which won't be able to control the objective from behind the wall because the building is 3 inches away from it, but they can disembark onto it and just take it turn 2. Cultists over here. I might run them forward and try and take out the Ceraptech with them, but they're probably going to stay there, put a banner on.
Took me a little while. Like, yeah, no, they could do it, they could do it.
And a Helldrake ready to go and tie something up as well. The Drop Pod and the Terminator Lord are waiting in the Teleportarium and the Drop Pod chutes, respectively, ready to come in when convenient. All that's left is to roll to see who goes first.
Shall I roll?
Yeah, go on,
I'll
you're
start.
first.
Got 6.
Oh no. I got a 6. Oh, okay.
I kind of don't know if I want. I think I want turn 2, to be honest. Great.
We're getting all your 6s out of the way now. Okay, right. So, Necrons going first. We'll be back after the movement phase? After the command phase? After the command phase. Back in it.
Okay, so I have moved up. So
Yeah.
we'll start off with my command phase. Actually, beginning of the battle round. Something
Yes.
big happened.
Beginning of the battle round, the prayer besieged Khorne to give the Kytan -1 to hit, and rolled a 1. And I can't re-roll it, so there is no -1 to hit, and that radically changed Sophie's battle plan.
Yes. I wasn't actually planning on shooting the Kytan straight away. I thought I'd maybe try and bait it a little bit.
But now...
-1 not going off, so I have shuffled over here. We'll start with my command phase.
Yes.
So my will be done has gone onto these.
Onto the...
Lich Guard.
Okay.
These. Lich Guard. And I also have this one.
Yes.
So my mortals haven't moved, my warriors haven't moved, and my royal warden hasn't moved. So they all gain the benefit of light cover. Oh, my Helstalker as well.
Very good.
Because I'm Nihilakh, I actually get both of these.
Yep. What's the other traits?
If I overwatch, I can set to defend, so I can overwatch on 5s.
Okay.
Or gain an additional attack, I think set to defend is.
+1 to hit. I
+1
believe.
to hit.
Yes.
We'll double check that, but I think
If it
it's
comes
this
up.
one. Scarabs have moved up.
Oh yes.
We're opposite, we're controlling the objectives. It's kind of what they're there for. They're also there to screen out deep strike a little bit.
Yep.
So they do have a footprint. So it kind of limits where Alex can come in with a squad of berserkers, because the drop pod can come down turn 1.
It can indeed. But the
Scary.
Terminator Lord can't, so I
Yeah.
might have to give that some thinking. Give that some thinking? I might have to think about it.
Give it some thought.
That's the term.
That's
there we
the
go.
term.
Thank you.
So
Right.
we're going to go straight into our shooting phase,
Okay.
and we are going to start spending some command points.
What are we spending command points on?
We are going to put a stratagem on here. I can't remember the name of the stratagem. It's +1 to hit for a Triarch unit.
Very good.
So we have the Heavy Gauss going into the Kytan. Because it is not -1 to hit, I'm hitting on 2s.
Oh dear.
And yeah, this has changed my plan. Now all I need is one of these to hit 5 hits.
Yep, that's more than one.
So now I can re-roll ones to hit against for any shooting attacks.
Okay. It's going to hurt.
So 5s, because I'm strength 7. That's 2 wounds,
Two
AP
wounds.
3.
AP 3, so 2.
It's enough to put you on your...
2 5 vulnerable saves. Make them both.
Yes, okay.
But I
is
am
fine.
hit, I'm lit up,
Yep.
and ready to be. I'm ready to have my synapses obliterated.
Yes. With the synaptic obliterators, both of them going into the Kytan.
Okay.
So 2d3 shots, the other guns are out of range, they're 24-inch range.
Yeah.
But these are 72, so 2d3 shots.
Oh, that's big.
6 shots. Hitting on 3s, re-rolling 1s. Re-rolling those ones.
That's a full house.
Yes. Strength 16s, so 2s. This is the thing, I could make one of these auto wound, but because there's 6 of them, we're just going to go for it.
Hubris.
Hubris is brilliant. I am the best player.
Okay, fine. How many is that then?
That's 6.
6, which are 6 damage apiece.
Yes.
Right, excellent. I'll grab more dice than I expected to need for this.
You've
So
saved 3.
save 3, so that's going to be 18 damage. I am going to command point one of them
I thought
because
you
this is
might.
a lot of damage. Doesn't pay off. So, yeah, 18 damage.
18 damage.
It's down to 10, no, down to 8 wounds.
8 wounds. Very happy with that.
Yeah, I would be.
So, these 3 are going to pop into the cultists.
Okay, so they are indents, so
Yep,
that
so
will hopefully help.
hitting on 4s. It does help. And wounding on 3s. AP minus 2.
8 minus 2, that is a dead cultist.
So,
And then the other 2 into the Kytan.
yes. So hitting on 3s. Re-rolling 1s.
Very good.
Fine.
What's
They
next?
are doing an action.
Yep, they are retrieving some data.
Yes.
Yes.
Retrieve Octarius data.
Yep.
That's the action they are doing. And I believe that's the end of my turn.
Okay, I don't think you're making any charges.
Nope.
So.
It's a very reserved turn 1.
Yep. Well, you did quite a bit of damage. You haven't popped anything though.
Nope. No, I haven't. So
So-
I haven't actually got grind them down.
No, if I kill anything, you don't get it.
Yes. I mean, I don't get it anyway.
Oh, yeah, of course, because
Killed anything.
you have to kill more than me. If I kill nothing, you still killed
Still,
not more than me.
18 wounds to a Kytan.
I would be happy with that. Cool. Do you score anything then?
No, because bring it down. Haven't killed anything. Grind them down. Haven't killed anything.
Yeah.
Booty on down. Not legal, but I still might do. And retrieve Octarius data. So that ends in my command phase next time.
Okay.
So we'll
If I happen to shoot you off it, then you don't get it.
exactly.
Cool. All right. Well, we'll be back after World Eaters movement phase. Okay, so we've moved. The Kytan taking that much damage was concerning, but it is still alive. You could have done even more than that, so we'll see what we can do. Go for the movement. The cultists have not moved. They're going to hunker down behind those trees with -1 to hit. They are raising a banner on this objective. The Rhino has been quite conservative. It's moved up to hide behind the obscuring terrain here.
I bet the Occupants are really annoyed with
They're,
that driver.
they're yelling at the driver. They're furious. But it's the right call. They're staying there, ready for a counter charge, and so if he comes out to play off the middle boards. Heldrake's moved up here. This is a bit of a sacrificial lamb. It's not going to last very long, but if I can get lucky with a Bale Flamer and a charge, and I clear these off, I'll then be contesting this objective because this is in a super heavy auxiliary detachment, and so it does not get the Nihilakh rule.
That's right.
So it does not have OBSEC, and it counts as one model. It will then, of course, punch me to death, but it can do so in Sophie's turn rather than mine. The Model Fiend's moved up, ready to get a short charge onto these Scarabs and clear them off the middle ground. The Kytan, he's degraded, but he's gone back to 9 wounds. On 9 wounds, he's down to weapon and ballistic skill 4, and movement 9. So he's still quite powerful. He's going to try and charge the Scarabs. Same for the Venom Crawler, really. Lord of Scorn's moved up to get all the minions in his bubble. And the Defiler is going to try and put shots into Sophie's Immortals on the far right flank and knock them off. Not the objective, but stop them from scoring the secondary objective they're working on. Dark Disciples over here. They are putting a banner on Objective 6, and the Dark Apostle is just hanging out behind them, asking Khorne for war favours next battle round, hopefully. Within range to put it onto...
Within explosion range of the Kytan, yes.
Within explosion range of the Kytan, as is most of my army. But it's fine, it's not going to explode because they're going to kill this and remove all your anti-tank in just a moment.
Yeah.
That's the plan. I'm going to start with the Kytan.
Yep.
So he's going to use his Gatling cannon. It's just called a Kytan Gatling cannon. 8 shots, strength 8, AP2, flat 2 damage.
Yep.
We're using Demon Forge and rerolling all hits and all wounds. A +1 to hit from the Lord Discordant, so we're hitting on 3s, rerolling into the Saraptek.
Okay.
Okay. Roll those 2. So that's a full house.
Yep, then forced wound, rerolling everything.
Forced wound, rerolling everything. Oh dear.
No, it's about average.
Yeah, actually, yeah, that is spot on. Cool, pick up
5
one more,
wounds.
so 5 wounds, AP2.
I think that puts me on a 5 plus any button. Just roll in here.
6
damage.
damage. That's a start.
Yes.
That's a start. We're going to go straight onto the Venom Crawler. It's going to do the same thing, putting both shots into both of his Excruciator cannons into the Saraptek, so 2d3 shots.
Yep.
That is 4 shots. Hitting on 3s because of the Lord Discordant. Full house. Strength 8. So 4s. 2 wounds, AP2.
So 5 plus again. So that one goes through.
1 goes through.
Yep.
Okay, so d3 damage. 1.
Just 1.
Very well. I assume he degrades at 14 wounds.
Yes.
Which is nowhere near. Okay, that's fine. We'll play a mission. So we're going to go on to the Defiler next.
Mm-hmm.
He's going to put all of his shot. I'm tempted to shoot the Warriors because it would be flat 6 for the battle cannon. However, I think I'm better off removing your Immortals and stopping them from doing that objective. I've got quite a bit of fire, so that's what I'm going to try and do. So we're going to start with the battle cannon into the Immortals.
Okay.
D6 shots, 4 shots. Hitting on 3s because of the Lord Discordant, 3 hits. Wounding on 3s because you're toughness 5.
Yes.
2 wounds, AP2.
So I'm looking at a 4 plus save because I'm in cover. So
Cool.
1.
Get 1.
Yeah.
And then we've got the Reaper autocannon. So 4 shots hitting on 3s. No rerolls, 2 hits. Wounding on 3s. We pick up 2 more wounds, AP2 again.
4 ups again. Again.
We get another.
1. What I shall do is I shall roll my reanimation now.
Yes, because that unit's done shooting.
So, no, you get 2.
2, that is a start.
So I will take these 2 here.
So, how many wounds does the Saraptek on again?
It now has 21.
21 and degrades at 14.
Yes.
I'm not going to knock it down to 14 with a Bale Flamer. So we can put the Bale Flamer into the Immortals here. D6 shots. 6 shots. This could be significant. 3s. That is 5 wounds, AP2.
Maybe 2, so...
Do they move?
No, but they aren't within 6 inches of a character, which is what you need for command protocols, which I forgot to mention.
Ah, okay.
But doesn't make a difference because we're getting it right now. So 5s, so that's 3.
Okay, and then he's done shooting, so do you reanimate? Dice get away from you.
2 come back.
Ooh, okay, fine, fine.
So I'll tell you what.
Who do you want removed?
So
Oh,
I
can
will
you reach?
remove these 2,
Yep.
these 3, and make that charge slightly harder.
Okay, fine.
Necron shenanigans!
It's so much fun! That brings us on to just Lord Discordant, really. I don't want to do overkill here, but I'm going to put Spell Flamer into the quickly double check. I don't think I'm within range with Spell Flamer onto your... No, way out. I'm not going to fire a Spell Flamer because I want to get onto that objective with my Demon Engines, so
Yeah,
that
makes sense.
is my shooting phase. Okay, we've got a plan. So the Helldrake is going to go into the Immortals first of all.
Yep.
That is... oh, it's a 3. I didn't
Oh,
think...
actually.
That doesn't do it. He's staying where he is. Oh, frustrating.
Oh, that's lucky for me, just
That's-
for holding that objective.
Oh, do I want a command point? Well,
I mean, you've got charges over here.
I've got important, longer charges over there, and realistically, he's not going to kill them. He's AP1. with 5 attacks. That's not going to clear 4 models really. So actually, I'm just going to have to wear that. I'll stay there. The Mauler Fiend is going to charge the Scarabs. That's better, so we'll move him in a second. Then we're going to go to the Venom Crawler, so we're going to try and charge the Scarabs, hoping for a long charge to get round their right flank.
Yeah, looking at coming round here.
Yeah, but if I make the minimum, that's also fine.
What did we say the charge was?
I didn't check, so I'll roll
Yeah,
and
roll.
see what we get. 7.
Ooh. I think it's going to be in.
It's in, but it's not going around.
Yes,
So
it
you
is.
can shut them up for me?
Yep. So, whoop. I think
Yeah, that's fine. He's got then
There
room
we
to consolidate around the corner. And then the Kytan's going to charge the Scarabs as well.
8-inch charge this.
I believe so.
Let's have a.
That's a
Ooh,
7.
No, it's
so
a 7-inch charge.
7-inch charge, okay. So needing a 7.
Ignoring the craters.
That's a
That's
6.
Is this the command point?
This is the command
This
point.
is the command point.
This is the command point. This, I need to get him up the field, so at least when he explodes, inevitably, he doesn't kill everything else that's already on the back line. So needing a 7, spending a command point. That's a 6.
Oh, buddy.
It's fine. It's fine.
Oh.
Oh dear.
I think that Disco Lord is a little bit far as well.
I think I've now blocked him with the Venom Crawler, so
Yeah.
he's not going anywhere. Oh, it's all gone wrong, Sophie.
Mauler Fiend.
Yeah, I need to move
Yeah.
him in. He's going in.
Yum, yum, yum.
Yum yum yum, indeed. So we made 2 charges out of however many it was.
Oh, just.
It's
I mean-
fine. It's fine. It's a mission. It's an objectives-based
Not what you
game.
wanted.
It's not what I wanted, but I can work with it.
Yes.
So possess a lot of banners. I
Yeah.
control. I will control
Yeah, I
4
mean,
objectives.
fingers crossed.
Let's see how the fight phase goes, and then if that also whiffs, then I'll have a sock. We're back in a minute. Okay, so we're going to start with the Mauler Fiend. So we've piled in around here just to get a bit more movement in that direction. We're going to start with its Power Fists, or its Mauler Fiend Fists, or whatever they're called.
Smaller fists.
Mauler Fists. These hit on 4s. That's 1 hit. Wounding on 2s. That wounds. That's 3 damage so far.
Yep, goes straight through my save, so I'll pop the wounds,
One
starting
down
on
to
this
one
one,
wound.
and moving all the way around.
Cool.
That's something.
Okay, Lash of Tendrils, 6
Yep.
attacks. We've hit with 4 of them.
These flat 2 damage each.
These are flat 2 damage each. Wounding on 2s. Get further 3 wounds.
Okay.
That's going to finish off 1 and finish off a second one.
Yes.
But I'm not going to kill last base.
No.
Very well.
Are you finished attacking?
I'm done with the Mauler Fiend.
Right, so
Just
I
in
will-
general, I'm done with the Mauler Fiend. That was awful.
I will roll reanimation.
Okay.
So there is 8 there. I need not that.
No, so they do not reanimate. That's good at least.
Get them off the table.
But you are still OBSEC and so controlling that objective.
Yes.
So going on to the Venom Crawler, who's out of more discordant range, I need to push you off this or you're going to hold more.
Yes.
So I'm going to spend a command point for Demon Forge to reroll all hits and wounds,
Okay.
and hope that this is enough.
Yes. What are we starting off with?
We're starting with its big claws, then we'll go on to its tendrils.
Okay.
So claws hitting on 4s, rerolling. That's a pretty good start.
Falls. Hit on falls. Oh.
That's 4 hits. Wounding on 2s. Reroll the fail. Cool. So that is 4 wounds, which are flat 3 damage.
Flat 3 damage. So this kills 2 bases.
Kills 2 bases. And then 2 attacks with the tendrils, and these need to both hit and wound, really.
Okay.
That's 1 hit and a reroll. That's 2 hits. 2s to wound, because it's strength 6 with these. With a reroll,
Oh. And these are how much damage?
damage 2.
Damage 2. Yes.
So we do clear them off.
That's a 5-point swing.
That's a 5-point swing,
Yeah.
that's important. We'll get him piled in. I'll just come around and pile him in now.
Yep.
Roll the
What
technician,
I will do.
please.
I will
You'll stay dead is what you'll do.
What I should do is I should roll my attacks back with the Scarabs.
Okay.
So these are just 4 attacks, hitting on 4s.
Weapon skill 4.
Weapon skill 4. No,
No hits.
no hits.
So that ends my turn. I don't score anything for banners yet, but I will in my command phase unless you somehow push me off those. I will keep a tally of how many I've killed for not within their ranks, no prisoners.
Yes.
We'll double check that and total that up. And my third secondary was engaged on all fronts, which I have got.
Yes, for all 4.
So, yeah, we are across the centre line here. That was intentional.
Yes.
So, yeah, we've got some points. We've got some points. If Sophie would kindly whiff with her synaptic obliterators, we might have a good turn too. But we'll be back after your movement phase.
Right, okay, I've had a lot of thought. This is...
We've been away for about 10 minutes while
Yeah.
Sophie ums and ahs about what to do.
It's... I've not got a lot of ranged firepower in this list. I've got a lot of counter punches.
One thing we should mention that does affect your plan.
Yeah.
The Dark Apostle woke up, the Wall of Fiend is now -1 to hit. So sitting on 9 wounds.
The Kytan.
Yeah, the Kytan. The taller fiend, not the Wall
Taller
of Fiend.
fiend, the taller fiend, the smaller fiend, and the smaller fiend.
Exactly. Yes, the Kytan is -1 to hit, that's the one. Sorry, I interrupted. What do you shoot for? What's the plan?
So the Overlord has given my will be done to the Necron warriors,
Yep.
which gives them +1 to hit. My command thing is the Undying Legion. So these guys I can reanimate. When I roll reanimation, I can reroll 1 dice.
Yep.
And that's it for the command phase.
Where did your Royal Warden go with his ability?
Oh, Royal Warden, they can fall back and shoot.
Okay.
It makes sense.
Yep.
I scored 10 victory points.
Yep, because you hold 2.
Hold 3.
Hold 3, sorry,
But
yes.
I do not hold more than Alex.
No.
And they are performing an action. So retrieve data.
Yep, so if they are still alive at the start of Sophie's next turn, that will then mean you've retrieved 2 sets of Octarius data.
Yes. Which would give me 4 victory points.
What do Necrons want with Octarius data?
Whatever we want.
Okay. Mine is not to question why, it's these alien minds.
I still get my head around it myself. Right, so on to the shooting phase. Let's
Yes.
get some shooting going.
What are we going to shoot with first?
Stalker. I'm going to spend a command point, give it +1 to hit.
Yep.
So hitting on 3s. That's all we needed.
You do hit it.
We're only on 5s.
Yep.
I'm going to spend a command point. So that's 2 command points spent.
Good.
1 auto wound.
Okay, so it's 1 save I need.
We're only on 5s. No.
Cool, so 1 save at 5 up.
Yep.
Nope, that goes through.
D3 damage. So it's 2
2,
damage.
so he's down to 7. You still need 2 hits from the big gun to kill him.
We're going to do the warriors into the Venom Crawler.
Okay,
I'm
interesting.
going to spend a command point for the Gauss and have any 6s auto wound.
Ooh, okay, fair enough.
So let me just check who's in range. So there are still quite a few out of range.
So this is how many shots against
30 shots,
30
hitting on
shots.
2s, 6s auto wound. So fingers crossed.
Right, okay.
1, 2 misses, 5 auto wounds.
Okay,
That's not bad.
no.
That's not bad at all. So we're winning on 5s because he's toughness, strength 5.
Yep, strength 5, toughness 7.
8 out of that.
Okay,
It's not so bad.
so demon save 5 up. That's a good roll.
That's not bad.
Yeah. 6 wounds. He's down to 4 wounds.
Right, then I'm going to go straight ahead and rapid fire with Royal Warden.
Okay.
Try and finish it off. So hitting on 3s. There we go. Running on 5s again. So that's 1 wound, AP -2.
1 wound,
You're on
2. Nope, goes through.
flat 2 damage.
Oof. Okay, down to 2 wounds.
And this is what I didn't want to happen actually.
Or to leave it just
To
alive.
leave 30 inches. Oh, we are in range of a Kytan. Do we split fire, ladies and gentlemen?
It's always a good idea, except when it doesn't work.
Staff of Light. 3 shots on
Okay.
him. Hitting on 3s, winning on 5, strength 5. No.
Nothing. So are we splitting fire?
We're gonna have to put everything into the Kytan.
Okay.
I can't have it. It's a massive threat on the board. It is a super heavy. And
So is that what we're doing next?
yes, just in range of the 24-inch guns.
Okay.
So synaptic obliterators.
It's
4
okay roll.
shots. So hitting on 4s, rerolling 1s.
Yes.
I'm going to command point reroll 1.
Okay. That pays off. 2 hits.
2's to wound.
One
Did want that. 1 wound.
1 5-up demon save.
Oh, come on! 2d6 shots. We're at least going to bracket you.
Sandpaper me down.
Yeah. 6. Hitting on 4s, rerolling 1s. Rerolling 1.
4 hits.
5s. Strength 6, so 1 wound, AP minus 2.
1 wound, demon save. Goes through, damage.
Just 1.
Just 1, so it's down
3.
to 6 wounds. So next turn.
Yeah.
Next turn will be on 7 again.
Yes. Is that your minimum bracket? 7?
I believe so. 1 to 7 wounds remaining is his bottom bracket.
Okay, so it doesn't actually make a difference.
No.
So we're going to go into there. So hitting you on 3s, so this is the Immortal Squad.
Into the Venom Crawler.
Yes. So 2 hits.
Okay.
And 5's to wound. Nope.
Nothing. It lives.
It's my shooting phase.
Okay.
And
Do you want to go straight to your charge phase, or do you need to think about things? This is from the Warriors.
Warriors into the... Nope. Never mind.
Okay.
It's annoying that it's there.
But it is only on 2 wounds.
It's only on 2
And you fought demon engines before, you know that bottom bracket demon engines are a bit anemic.
We're then going to go Septic into the turkey.
Okay. Yes, we are. These.
Scorpic into the morphine.
Into the morphine. Okay, what do we need?
7 inches.
That's fine.
That's a command point. Reroll.
That's a command point.
That's
an 8.
We
Going
are
in to the morphines.
I think we did actually need an 8, so that's good. Right, I will mark up my command point.
And we'll be back in the fight phase
Yes.
to see what dies. Back in a moment.
Oh, okay.
Where are we starting?
We need some fortune. We're going to start with Scorpex, otherwise you're just going to spend 2 command points and whack me back.
Yes.
And this kind of secures this objective.
It does,
So,
yeah.
hitting on 3s, these are the Thresher Blades.
Okay.
Yes. Rerolling 1s for... because we hate them.
That's fair. Oh.
1 wound.
Oh dear. -3. So 5-up demon save. Nope.
2 damage.
2 damage. The morphine is down to 10 wounds.
Yes, and then we have the Hyperphase Reap Blade.
Hyperphase Reap. That's a fun name to say.
Hitting you on 3s, rerolling 1s for Hatred. So 2 wounds, this is strength 7.
2 hits. 1 wound. Strength 7. No, you need a 4.
Yeah.
Very interesting. Okay. Well, I.
Oh, are you going to interrupt?
No. I kind of want to. No, it's a stupid idea. Go on, punch me.
So hitting you on 3s, 6
Yep.
attacks.
Okay.
Wounding on 2s.
Yep.
I've got to spend the command point reroll.
Yeah.
Man, this thing used to be good. Actually, no, it didn't.
Oh dear.
1 into a 1.
1 wound.
2 wounds.
2 wounds, sorry. That's 1 demon save. And that's, yeah,
Just
1 goes
5
through.
damage.
5?
Yeah.
Cool, so it is down to 7 off the top of my head. We'll make sure it's correct when I mark it up.
Alex gets to hit me back.
I do. Okay, striking back. So, I'm going to take this advantage, take this opportunity. The Mauler Fiend is going to have Demon Forge put on it.
Yes.
And I'm going to put all my attacks into the destroyers because Sophie's fallen back to the swarm. So she's still going to control that objective for a turn, being a thorn in my side, but I can at least clear the destroyers out before they do anything else.
So I'm going to put Whirling Blades.
Yep.
For -1 to wound.
-1 to wound. Okay, so... Ooh, I need to double check whether Demon Forge reroll failed wounds or regular wounds.
Ooh.
Let me go find my codex. We'll be back in a second. So we checked Demon Forge's old wordings that reroll failed hit and wound rolls. So they'll be hitting on 4s, rerolling everything, wounding on 3s with the fists, rerolling 1s, and wounding on 4s with the tendrils, rerolling 1s and 2s. It's very complicated. Going with the fists first, so 4s, rerolling everything. That's better.
Oh, those are paper mache fists, aren't they?
The 4s is painful. So wounding on 3s, rerolling 1s. Makes a difference. So 2 at AP3, damage 3.
AP3, so 6s. Nope.
So that's 2 dead because they damaged 3.
I'll keep the good weapon alive.
And then Lash Tendrils hitting on 4s. Re-rolling everything. Okay, pick up a few extra. Wounding on 4s, re-rolling 1s and 2s. 2 at... Oh, is it AP2 or AP3?
Oh, Rowan. It doesn't make a difference.
It doesn't make a difference, one of them lives. Okay, and do you reanimate just to rub the salt wounds?
We will remember to add 2 to your tally.
Yes, add 3 to my tally. Because I killed 3, no, add 6 to my tally. Because I killed 6 wounds weapon models.
That's right. New chapter approved.
You don't quite reanimate.
Nope.
And then we'll go straight onto the Helldrake.
Yes.
5 attacks into your Seraph deck. Hitting on... It does hit on 3s. Moving on 5s. Notes.
Okay.
That is, I believe, the end of the fight phase.
Okay, so I'm in real trouble here.
You have whiffed at some key moments.
Yeah, and I haven't got grinded down again.
No, you haven't. You've not killed anything.
No, but I am still holding 3 objectives. Yeah.
Okay, so, Worldeaters turn 2. We've scored 10 for the primary for holding this one and holding that one. We did not hold that one at the top. We didn't hold 3, or we held 3, it doesn't matter. We did not hold more than Sophie, was the big issue. Gaining my command points, that's what I do at the command phase, and for the movement phase, we'll start at this end. We've done a shuffle. Berserkers have hopped out of the Rhino and moved to here. The Rhino has moved to here to control this objective, and the Cultists have gone this way. The thinking is, that Scarab should almost certainly die, but it might not, because I'm not doing great with my dice rolls at key moments here. So, if it doesn't die, they can charge it, they are then OPSEC, they'll then control it. Mauler Fiend has stayed in combat, Helldrake has stayed in combat. The Demon Engines over here, we undernard for a bit, and I think the best thing to do is to try and clear those warriors out with all those attacks, with the Lord of Scorn supervising. So the Kytan is unfortunately not going to make combat this turn. Dark Apostle has moved up, with his Dark Disciple still holding Objective 6. So we hold a lot of the board. We're in a good position. We're going to get the Prayer off again next turn, hopefully, and keep the Kytan buffed. And we're ready to go into the shooting phase. So, we're going to start off with the Helldrake. It's going to put its Bale Flamer straight into the Seraph deck. So D6 shots. Are you want me to roll?
Roll it.
Roll here. 4 shots. Winning on 5s. Nothing. That's fine. The Rhino is going to put its Combi-bolter into the... So 2 shots, hitting on 3s. 1 hit. Wounds.
6s. Nope.
Cool. The Defiler, I'm using Demon Forge.
Okay.
And I'm going to put all its shots into the warriors.
Yes.
Apparently there are other stratagems in the Chaos Space Marine Codex, but Demon Forge is the best one.
Yes.
And I'm going to spend all 12 of my command points on it. So, Battle Cannon first, it's 6 hits automatically, or 6 shots even. Hitting on 3s, re-rolling everything. Rolling here. Okay, so 4 hits, wounding on 2s.
Yep.
Reroll the 1. So that is 4 wounds, 82.
6s. So they go through, so 4 are killed.
Yep, and then the Reaper Autocannon, 3s. Strength 7, so 3s rerolling. 4 wounds, 82.
6s again. So 8.
8, so 8 reanimations.
Yes. These are reanimating on 5s. Rerolling 1s.
Okay.
So that's 4. Reroll 1s.
Are you still in Directive 2 of Protocol of the Undying Legions?
I am.
So you can reroll 1. You're welcome.
So, you just want them there so you can charge them.
Good.
So, out of the 8, 3 are killed.
Wait, what? What? I regret telling you about that then.
Actually, I didn't make that reroll.
Oh,
I was
okay.
being jammy.
Oh, fine,
What we're
okay.
going to do is we're going to go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Oh, 1, 2,
You appear to be making my charges harder, Sophie.
4. When you've been around this long, you know a trick of you. But I will
Fine.
mark you up 8.
8 for the tally.
8 for the
That's
tally.
important.
Yes.
It just means I can kill you twice.
Yeah.
Corn sapping. Next we go to the Lord of Scorn with his Bale Flamer into the same target, so D6 shots. 1. Wounding on 3. Doesn't wound.
Okay.
The Venom Crawler next. This is 2d3 shots. Again, same target. The more I can clear out, the better.
These blast weapons?
These are blast, he says questioningly. Yeah, they're not blast.
Shame.
Yep, so 2d3 shots. Cool, so that is 4, hitting on 3s.
Oh, are you bracketed?
Winning on 3s.
Yep.
2 wounds.
2 wounds.
AP2.
6s. Nope, 2 go through.
Okay,
And
so 2 reanimate rolls. That's it for that model.
done. So re-roll the 1.
Yep.
And
then re-roll the 2.
Nope, so that is 2 killed.
Kytan Gatling Cannon into the Warriors.
Yep, so
Hitting on 4s.
4s.
Because we are still near Lord of Scotland. Cool, so 1, 2, 3.
And really be on 2s.
Winning on 2s. Of course, there's 1 there. 2 wounds, AP2.
6s. And
And re-roll one of them.
reanimation.
Oh yeah, and then you
And
then re-roll reanimation.
1. Right. Here. Okay, you've got another 2.
Another 2. Okay, so charging. I like this bit. We need a lot of long charges though for this to go well. We're going to start with the Berserkers. They're going to charge the Seraptech. I'm aware that they're probably dead when it strikes back, but they can do a lot of damage.
You never know. It's got nerfed. Like it used to have
Yeah, go on.
3 attacks per swing, and now I think it's only 2. We're flat damage 2 instead of D3, which is.
I've only got 1 wound, so that's wasted damage. Anyway, let's see if they make the charge.
And it's re-rollable for the Icon of Wrath, isn't it?
Indeed, which is good because I rolled a 6. So I rolled a 6 twice.
4.
They're staying
Needed that.
where they are. Okay, fine. Moving on to the Cultists.
Oh yes.
They're charging through the wall into the Scarabs. They need a 6. Well, there's an 8, so they're in. That's good.
Lovely.
Let's move on to the Venom Crawler next. So we measured up. The Venom Crawler needs a 7 to reach the Warriors.
You know what? I'm going to Overwatch.
You what?
I'm going to Overwatch.
Oh, okay.
You've got.
I've got 3 wounds left.
You can be bracketed.
I can.
I'm going to gather some dice and Overwatch.
Alright, we'll be back in a second with the Overwatch.
Okay, I've got 20 dice here in my hand.
Oh dear, okay. Yep.
6s. If I just get 1. Ooh, hello,
Okay.
Hello, that's 5. I just need 1 of these to go through, and I bracket Alex's Venom Crawler.
Which would be good for you and bad for me.
It goes down to strength 4, doesn't it?
It does indeed. It's a strength
I've
4
got
demon
6
engine.
command points left.
You're thinking of having 1 auto wound.
Yeah, let's have 1 auto wound.
Okay.
Because it's AP minus 2. That's 1. That's 3 wounds in total.
This is probably going to kill it now. needing 5s.
Oh,
It's got 1 wound left.
1 wound left.
Okay.
I think that was worth it.
I think you're probably right.
Yeah.
And then it's charge,
Yeah.
needing a 7.
9.
It's in on a
It's
9.
in.
I can do that again
Yeah.
for the Defiler. I'll be happy. Needing a 9. A 12. That's going far.
Yeah.
And that will then be in the Defiler's out of the way. So Lord Scorn's going to try a 12-inch charge into the Immortals, just for the movement.
Measured it up.
Yeah. No, I can't do 12 twice in a row.
Command point reroll.
No, right,
That
thanks.
was not really a smart choice, was it?
We'll be back when I've moved everything in. Okay, so we're going to move on. Well, we're going to start the fight phase even. We're going to start with the Defiler. So I'm going to split my attacks here, because splitting attacks always works. I'm going to be putting its claws into the Warriors, and its lasher tendrils are going to go, or power scourge even, it's going to go into the Royal Warden. Because if I can kill him, he won't be able to let the Warriors fall back and shoot, which will be helpful. So we're going to do the claws first. I am using Demon Forge for a change of pace.
You have 2 stratagems.
Yep.
Command point reroll.
And Demon Forge.
And Demon Forge.
So the fist attacks, hitting on 4s, re-rolling. Cool. Okay, so 3 hits on the Warriors. 3 wounds, AP4.
AP4.
Yep.
3 go down. I will
Okay.
move in a second.
And then the lasher tendril, though, power
Power
scourge
scourge.
into the Royal Warden. 4s, 3 hits. Strength 12, so 2s. Reroll because of Demon Forge. 3 wounds at AP2. Damage 3.
Damage 3, so I need to make 2. I've got 3 of these. Do I command point reroll? Yes.
Yeah, command point 1.
I need him there. No, don't go off.
Sorry, he is mulched.
It's pop.
And then you get your reanimation rolls for your Warriors.
So I'm going to take 2 from here.
Yep.
I'm going to
Reroll one of them.
Reroll one of them, thank you.
You're welcome.
I'm glad someone knows my rules.
I am standing next to the card.
That is another 6 for your tally.
Very good.
I'm not going to interrupt now.
Very good. So we'll go on to the Venom Crawler now.
Oh.
So Venom Crawlers, claws first. It's down to strength 6 with these now.
Yep.
Hitting on 4s. 1 hit. Wounding on 3s. Wounds. AP3, damage 3.
Just one.
So 1 dead.
I will take him.
And then the tendrils. 1 hit. Strength 4. Doesn't wound. Do you reanimate?
So I reanimate. 5 plus.
Reroll it.
Reroll.
You don't. Very good. Moving on to the cultists. They're all within range to strike. So that's going to be 11 attacks. I could use wildfire. No, I'm not using command points on cultists. on principle, really. Hitting on force.
I'm surviving.
Yeah.
I mean, you are.
I am
obsec as well.
Wounding on their strength 3s.
Toughness 3.
4s. No damage.
I think.
You get to strike me back.
I'm Ken Livingston. So, I'm going to strike first with that skull peck.
Okay.
He has his 3 attacks. I'm just going to go straight into the Mauler Fiend.
That makes sense.
Yeah, he's going to die if I don't. So 3s, rerolling 1s for hatred. 3 hits, 4s, 2 wounds.
2 wounds, 2 demon saves. Neither saved.
Flat 3 damage.
Ooh, 6 damage, so it's down to 5.
So that has bracketed you.
That most certainly has.
Oh, it might live.
What happens when a Warfiend gets bracketed? 3 attacks plus 1 for hateful assault with his fists.
Didn't charge.
3 attacks.
Oh, so how much? So go through that again. How many attacks?
3 attacks with his fists. Strength 10. AP3, damage 3. And then 6 attacks with his slasher tendrils at strength 5. AP2, damage 2.
I am going to spend a command point on Whirling Blades.
Burning through them?
Yep.
Okay. So -1 to wounds.
Yep.
And I can't Demon Forge.
Nope.
So the fists, 4s. 2 hits.
Yep.
No 3s. 1 wound.
6. Nope.
Damage 3.
Damage 3.
Good splat.
Yep.
And then it'll consolidate into the Scarabs. We go on to your warriors, I believe.
I'm going to hit you back with the Seraph attack.
Oh yeah.
So we're going to get 6 attacks, hitting on 3s.
Should have got the Helldrake first, shouldn't I?
Probably. Wounding on 2s. So that's 3. AP minus 4.
Yeah. Demon saves. Nope, it's dead. Does
Swish.
it explode? That's your dice. Does it explode? No. It is just removed.
So I think we've got 3 going into the Defiler.
Yeah.
And 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 into the Venom Crawler.
Very
so
good.
we're going to go. Yeah, we did with 3 into the Defiler, hitting on 2s.
Yep.
Wounding on 5s. That's 2 wounds into the Defiler.
2 wounds into fire, no AP.
No AP.
3 up save. Make them both.
That's
If I
7.
can do that again for the Venom Crawler, I'll be happy.
Hitting on 2s. Wounding on 5s. I just need 1 to go through. 2 go through.
2 go through, 2 3 up saves. Fail them both.
Oh, can't even command point reroll.
Nope. Do I explode?
Does he go pop?
He explodes!
Hey!
Is it 1 wound or is it D3?
Oh.
Each unit within 6 suffers D3 mortal wounds.
Defiler takes 1 wound.
Okay, and then we've got your warriors and
Yeah.
we've got your cryptic. So warriors, 3. They cannot reanimate from that.
No, so I'm going to go bonk, 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 and take them out of engagement range.
Boo his boo. And then the cryptic, 2.
So he will go down. I'll mark his wounds up in a second.
Yep. We'll be back in a moment when we total up points.
Wow.
Oh,
1,
yeah.
2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. They lost 13. So on a 1, they
Oh,
pass.
for goodness sake.
Yes, we're so brave. We're out of engagement range. We're ready for you.
We'll be back in Sophie's third turn. So, battle round 3.
I think it's close. I'd still just hold this objective.
Yep.
Yeah, because you do measure from the edge in 40k now, and I
So
am.
Sophia's just within range by a hair, and she's not in combat with the Defiler anymore.
Yes.
Speaking of being in combat, what did you get for your protocol?
So I was assuming I was going to be in combat, because I was assuming there was going to be a drop pod and a Terminator Lord that hasn't dropped down yet.
It's still waiting.
Yes.
For the opportune moment.
Yes. Okay, so...
So what have we got instead? We've got the protocol that lets you fall back and shoot.
Which is
Which
pointless.
in combat, so...
So I'm just going to add 3 inches to all my auras.
Cool. Okay.
So...
My little bit of admin as well. The Dark Apostle put his prayer on the Lord of Scorn, and Khorne heard him this time.
Kytan.
Kytan. Yeah.
He's not a Lord of Scorn, he's not a Defiler, he's not a Mauler Fiend.
I've been playing Chaos for about 7 years now. I should really know his
would
name.
you?
So, the Lord of Scorn? No.
See, I have known Alex long enough as well that I can just insult him.
It's very warm in here.
Yeah.
It's the UK, we're having our 2 weeks of summer, it's excruciatingly warm, and I can't think. Take 3. The Dark Apostle has cast Benediction of Darkness on the Kytan Demon Engine, giving it a -1 to hit. That's it. You do some talking. What
Cool.
do you do?
We're going to put My Will Be Done on the Warriors.
Okay.
Yes. We're then going to pop the Resurrection.
Okay.
And this is the Orb of Eternity, so we'll get +1 for the rolls here.
Does it pop like a balloon?
It pops. And just
Yep.
a little bonk. So we're reanimating on 4s, re-rolling 1s because we are warriors.
Oh, okay.
There we go. Re-rolling those 1s. That's a unit of 18. While we're here, the Techno-monster is going to do his ability, and he can bring back D3 warriors. That's a full unit back. That's 20 warriors back. Necrons, everybody. Necrons, it's a party. Coming back up from the grave for this Necron rave. Okay, so after that utter nonsense.
Have you ever played against Necrons?
I have actually.
Yeah.
It's horrible.
It's awful. It was so demoralising.
That is just a big flip.
And now look, they've moved forward.
Yes. And
Sorry, I'm fine. I've had a bit of a cry. Do you want to walk us through your movement phase?
So these moved up. So these are actually holding the middle objective.
Yep.
But with the Cryptek, because a unit can't hold 2 objectives at once.
Yes.
So to hold this one, I had to give up this objective.
But the Cryptek is flapped over.
Yep. Look at me. I'm Nihilakh. I'm objective secured. So when I see this come up actually a fair amount where people say, "Oh, objective secured doesn't matter. Oh, objective secured. Oh, it never comes up in my games." Actually, when everything is
When it's your
objective
whole
secured,
army.
it really matters.
Yeah.
So, yeah, it's huge.
Right, what else? We've got some mortals here who are still shuffling forwards.
Yes, they will get to that end of the thing. They're still screening out some deep strike here.
And I think they're drawing a bead on my Dark Disciples.
Yeah,
Is that right?
so if I can get rid of those Dark Disciples,
You'll get rid of me controlling this objective in the process.
you'll still have banners.
Yeah.
But yeah, it will get rid of it. The Triarch Stalk's moved up.
Yeah.
It can do some. It can throw hands in combat. So I'm going to see if maybe it might get into the Mauler Fiend.
Yeah.
It's flat damage 3, so it could do some stuff.
Yeah, it doesn't. It only needs to get 2 hits through.
Yep.
And the Wolfing can be shot now, can't it?
Yes.
Because the Scarab.
I've fallen back over there. I am objective secured. I'm not controlling that objective yet.
No, but you are a thorn in my side.
Yes.
That has to be dealt with.
You never know. I might actually get grind them down this turn.
You might do.
Might not.
Oh, the Ceratech.
Ceratech scuttled forward.
Yep. And the Immortals over there are. Did they move?
Yes, they just shuffled forward, so they've completed their action.
Very good.
So now I have scans. So that's 4 victory points that I have.
Yep.
Alex, we forgot to mention at the end of your turn whether you had engage.
We did.
So I actually think you get 1, 2, 3.
Yes, I have nothing in that quarter.
Yes, you are you're within 6 inches of the centre, which you can't
Yes. So I'm in 3 quarters, so I get 2 for engage. Other thing we've got to mention: the Scarab struck back at Cultists. It did nothing.
Oh yeah.
Missed.
Yeah, we didn't forget. We just rolled it, and
Yeah.
they're not there
Yep.
to do to throw hands. They're there to fly around. And go, ooh.
They've been annoying, which they're doing very well at.
Yes.
Do you want to go into your shooting phase?
Yes.
What do you want to shoot with?
First of all, Immortals into those Berserkers.
Yes, you must.
I'm going to take advantage that they are still 1 damage. So just 1 wound. So 4 hits.
Yep.
Strength 5, so 3's the wound. That's 3 wounds, AP minus 2.
3 5-up saves. Don't make any, that's 3 Berserkers dead.
Nice. We're going to put the Helstalker into the Kytan.
Okay.
I do need it. I know it's -1 to hit. I'm going to give it +1 to hit.
Yep. You're whittling it down.
Yeah, it needs to die. So I can't have a big super heavy.
That needs to be gone.
Yeah.
Otherwise, it might make combat next turn.
Yeah. But at turn 3, so we've both got to play with our big toys.
Yes.
That's actually been quite nice.
Yeah.
Even though they haven't done much.
Oh, they've done some shooting.
They've done some shooting.
They've caused the opponents some headaches.
So 6 shots hitting you on 3s.
+1 to hit. So yeah, 3s. Cool. 5 hits.
And then 5's to wound. That's 1 wound, AP minus 3.
Demon save. Nope.
2.
It is now killable by the big guns.
Yes. If the big guns want to shoot it.
Well, you could split fire.
Oh, don't.
You could split fire, so.
I want to do it!
Okay, what are we doing?
I want to split fire!
Where are we splitting it? So we're going to fire at 4 different units.
Yes!
And we're going to...
Ah!
This could be big. This could definitely get you grinded down if it works.
Yeah.
Or it could do nothing to 4 targets simultaneously.
Exactly. First one, D6 shots into them, minimum 3.
So it's 4 shots.
Hitting you on 3s. Wounding
2
you
hits.
on 2s.
That is almost certainly 2 dead cultists.
Yes. We are going to put the next one into the corn circuits.
Okay, so D6 minimum 3. 3. That's good in the past. 3 hits. Strength.
Strength 6, so 2 wounds, AP minus 3.
6 up saves. Nope, 2 more berserkers die.
AP 2, put one back.
I'll put one back.
Yeah.
I will.
Then we're going to go into the main course. Synaptic Obliterator.
Into the
Get off my table.
Kytan. I got his name right.
3 shots.
Oh no.
Hitting on 4s.
Oh
3
no.
hits. 3 wounds.
Oh no. 3 5-up demon saves. Oh, he's
Splitting
so dead.
fire is the best. I am a genius.
He's so very dead. Does he
Does
explode?
He go pop?
Please don't explode. Okay. Does explode. He's just removed.
Oh, yes. Get off my table.
And then the other one is the Wall of Fiends.
Yes, into the Morphines. So D3 shots. 2 shots.
That's all you need.
Hitting on 3s.
Ooh.
How many command points do I have left? I have 5. I've not spent one this turn, have I?
Not in the shooting phase.
No, so I am back up to 6. We have marked up my command points.
Yeah.
Don't need to mark it up because I'm going to command point reroll it.
Okay.
Oh no, actually, I'm down to 5 because I used the thing. It's big if I get it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Is rerolling the hit.
We're rolling the hit.
So it is a hit.
2s.
It's a wound.
It's a wound. Flat 6 damage.
Demon save.
That's a 1.
Okay. Does he
you got a
explode?
command point reroll
Yes. This is big. This is
Okay.
important.
It's
Yes.
alive.
It lives.
So that is cost us 2 command points.
Yep. That's a fair trade.
These 3.
Yep.
I'm going to fire.
At the Dark Disciples.
Yes.
They're all within range, I assume.
Yeah, 30-inch range.
Oh
I'm just
yeah.
gonna check
Yeah.
if
Yeah.
I'm-
Yeah.
I'm actually not within rapid fire, but I wasn't far off. So 3 shots. Hitting on 3s. Oh, they are fine.
Can't kill them.
1 wound, AP2.
1 dice. Yeah, we'll take him. Doesn't matter. Round range for prayers. Okay, where are we
So,
going
does
next?
that mean he is eligible to be shot?
He was anyway, but the Kytan evaporated.
Oh! Everything that can shoot into the Disco Lord, and then anyone who's out of range, because I've only got a 12-inch range,
Of course, of course.
is going to shoot the Defiler.
Okay,
36 shots going into the Disco Lord.
so these are 2s.
4, 5 auto wounds, and 5s! Oh, that's looking quite nice. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 15 wounds, AP minus 2.
Oh dear. Okay. 4 up saves. Can I pick up 15 dice, one-handed?
Believe in you.
This is...
Come on. There you go.
Thanks, buddy. Right, 4 up saves. Oh, that's a lot of ones. It's got 2 wounds remaining.
I know it's
I would be happy with that.
Yeah. I'm going to put my stuff right into here.
Yep, I would.
So, 3s. Cool. Can't kill you. 5s.
Nope.
Fine.
I will live for another round.
That's it for my shooting.
Do you want to go straight into the charge phase, or do you want to have a think?
Let's go straight into the charge phase.
Who's charging first?
So first, we will have the Helstalker charging into the Morphines.
Okay. Yes, he is.
Yes. I'll tell you what, I'm just going to switch for a separator.
Yep.
Then we are going to charge the Seraptech Heavy Constructor, and I'm not going to bother with the Rhino.
No?
No. I was thinking about if that died, maybe, but we're going to go straight in. We're going to charge the Berserkers and the Morphines.
And the Morphines, okay. Yes, you are.
And what we'll do is we'll actually make it look like I'm fighting.
Oh, very cool.
Yes. It's 12-inch charge.
What, for Lich Guard?
Yeah.
Okay,
Do
cool.
you want to Overwatch?
No. I saw the 6. I panicked.
If it was 11, I would have measured that.
Yeah.
So we're going to get straight in here.
Okay. So how are you splitting your attacks? Are you splitting your attacks?
Yes. I'm going to put 2 into that, 4 into that, but that makes 8.
Okay. 2 into the Morphines,
Yes.
and then 8 into the Berserkers.
Yes. 2, 4, 6. To the Berserkers first.
Okay.
2s. 5 wounds. AP 1.
What a weird profile. 5 wounds, AP 1.
Oh, here.
5 wounds, not 4 of them. You do get 4 of them.
Yes.
That's going to leave the champion alive. Go on then, punch the Morphines.
Warfiend. 2 hits.
Okay.
2s. 2 wounds.
2 demon saves.
Makes
He's
sense.
fine.
Why?
Oh. Screw it, I'll interrupt. I've got the command points, I think.
Okay.
I've got 5, so I'm now down to 3. And guess what? I'm going to spend 1 for Demon Forge.
So that's 3 command points.
Yep. Let me just check how many attacks the degraded Warfiend has. I'm sure we've done this before.
Are you putting everything into the Helstalker?
Yeah.
I'm going to spend my last command point for Enhanced Quantum Shielding.
What does that do?
It means I have a 4+ info.
Ugh. So, a degraded Warfiend has 3 attacks. You charged me, so I get hateful assault. Hitting on 4s, re-rolling all misses. Fortunately. Okay, right, good. 1 hit. Strength is 10, so 3s.
4s.
4s,
Yep.
wounds.
4+ invuln.
Cool.
Goes through.
Big pile of wasted CP all round.
Yes. You
3 damage. I've got my
attacks.
Lasher Tendrils still.
Yes. I'll down to 9. I'll mark that up properly in a minute.
Lasher Tendrils, 4s. Reroll the misses. Oh, that's better. These are 4s.
And that's what strength are they?
They are Strength User, which is... Oh, hang on. Lasher Tendrils are Strength User, which is currently 5, so it's 5 to wounds.
Yes.
Cool. 2 wounds, 82, damage 2.
4s. We're fine.
Good.
Is that worth 3 command points?
Absolutely not. Do you want to carry on?
Yes. 3 attacks, hitting on 3s. Wounding you on 3s. I think I am strength 7. No, wounding on 4s. So wound.
1 wound.
AP minus 2.
Demon save. Make it. What a decidedly uneventful combat.
We're still
Striking back with the Berserker.
Come on, Berserker, yes.
But for a Berserker champion, we have 3 attacks base. We have Hateful Assault. Which one spend any command points? Yeah, I'm going to spend 1 on Veterans because this is a lot of attacks. They are hitting on
Do you want to roll
4s.
them all
though.
together?
Sorry?
Do you want to roll them all together?
Yes, let's do that. So, 4s. Oh, dear. Well, 4 hits. 2's to wound. Oh, dear.
It's a wound.
It's a wound.
5+ invuln.
Yeah.
We're fine. It's we can't.
This has
hit
been
each
an
other.
expensive turn. Just flailing. Okay, what I don't have now is CP to have him survive as morale.
You can reroll. It will stick around on a 1. You
Yeah.
can't reroll anything.
So we'll roll them now. Does he stick around? He runs away.
Everybody say bye, Berserker!
Bye, Berserkers.
Bye, Berserker!
We hardly knew thee, etc. Is there anything else in your turn, Sophie? No? Cool. Do you score anything in your turn?
Bring it. I've already marked up. Bring it down.
Yeah.
So that is, and I have killed 2 before grinding down.
Yep.
It could have been 3. Oh, morale.
Morale for the
Cultist.
Cultist. He only lost 1, so he should have at least 5. Oh, you know, I'll roll dice. He's fine.
Well,
he's heroic.
So brave.
So we'll be back in a moment once we've removed the dead, and in my turn 3. Okay, we're starting to look a bit thin on the ground. You have, I think, possibly broken the back of my army there, but we have had the Dreadclaw come in.
Yes, we've got this. So talk us through we'll start with the command phase. What have you scored?
Command phase, I scored 10 for the primary because I held that one, and I held that one by the skin of my teeth because you only killed 1 Dark Disciple.
Mm-hmm.
The other one has abandoned his boss and scurried into cover.
Yes.
We can't put any more banners down because Sophie's contesting this one, and this one was a mess.
Mm-hmm.
So the cultists, we'll go to the now for the movement phase. The cultists who were not in combat have now moved this way to go and shoot that scarab or charge it if need be. Otherwise, I know what's going to happen. It's going to be a little offset thorn in my side for the rest of the game, which I can't let you do.
Oh yeah, that's the plan.
Yeah, so I'm not letting you do it. Dark Apostle, again, he's been abandoned by his mate, but that's fine. He's moved up. The Lord Discordant, actually on 3 wounds, still quite punchy.
Yeah.
Its mount loses some attacks, and it loses some movement speed, but the rest is still fine. So he's moved up toward the warriors. The Defiler has just rotated to get shots onto the Cryptek, which could be big. And the Dreadclaw has arrived.
Yes.
So it's smashed down from orbit. I'm not really sure of the Dreadclaw, whether you meant to field it on its base or not. No one really seems to know.
I think so.
So
Yeah.
I like what we agreed, which is when it arrives, it slashes onto the ground like a regular drop pod, then it picks up and charges things,
Yes.
which we'll do as it comes up. So the Dreadclaw's got options for charging, the Chaos Lord's got a couple of options for charging as well, and the Berserker's job here is to clear the Immortals off that objective.
Yes.
Statistically, I should make one of those charges, at least. Anything else? Oh, the Rhino has just shuffled back a bit, still controlling the objective,
Yep.
but not making Sophie's charge any easier. That's what she decides to do.
Then we've got banners. They scored 2 for banners.
Yes.
And 10 for the primary.
Indeed. We're keeping track of no prisoners behind the scenes.
Yeah. It's actually it's a close game.
It's really close,
Yeah.
yeah. Still a lot to play for. Oh, and engage. Depending on what survives at the end of my turn, we should be in a good position for engage as well. So, he is critical to the black fat. What we're going to do now, I'm saying this on the table, just going to rotate him a little bit. Just so he's not holding his arms out either side of the thing he's using. T-pose is very dominant, but he is just a glorified cultist. Shooting phase. So we're going to start with the Lord Discordant because he needs to kill these.
Yes.
Otherwise, they're going to walk across the field. They're going to find some more Octarius data and do weird Necron things with it.
Yeah, I am. It's going into my turn 4, so I am coming it close.
Yes. So Bale Flamer, D6 shots. That's all I need. 3 hits.
Only got 3 hits.
That's all I need. AP2.
I need a single 5-up.
So gone.
I need.
That's all I needed. That's good because that frees up the Defiler to empty his battle cannon and autocannon into the Cryptek's face.
This is really harming my grinding down.
So, battle cannon, D6 shots into the Cryptek. 2. That's fine. Hitting on 3s because of the Lord Discordant. 1 hit. Strength 8, so 2 to wound. That's not a wound. Fine. And then the autocannon.
I should have a Demon Forge on it.
I should have, yeah. That's what I'm doing wrong, I'm not using Demon Forge all the time. 2 hits. 2 wounds.
6s.
AP2.
Down to 2 wounds.
Cool, so we'll mark that up. Just stick a die dice next to him before we forget. That was his wound marker, but he healed, so he's back up to 14.
Yeah, we've healed all infernal regeneration.
Indeed. What else are we shooting with? The Rhinoceros. We'll come back to, because the cultists might drop this on their own.
Glory!
Yep.
Glory for cultists!
Mighty cultists.
They're far too cheap for 5 points if you ask me.
I think you're right.
6.
Yeah, you're absolutely right. And they shouldn't have OBSEC. It's far too powerful having OBSEC on your troops. 10 shots. 10 shots, hitting on 4s.
4s and 4s. Scores on the draws.
Indeed. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. That's...
Hang on, no, they're rapid fire, aren't they?
5 so far.
5 so far.
That is 1 wound so far, and I'll roll this again, thank you.
Have you got a pistol in there, or are they just...
No, he's got a rifle.
Yeah, he's got a rifle.
Yep, so 10 shots. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Oh, they're performing above average. And 4s.
I think they've got him.
4 wounds. 5 wounds.
5 wounds.
5 wounds.
Need
2 6s.
I got no 6s.
Very good. Gone. That's another thing to grind down.
Grind down. What a great objective.
Yeah. So the Rhino, well, it doesn't really have any options, so it's going to... Sorry?
It's got the immortals.
No, we don't want to shoot them because you'll take them from here and charge harder.
Yeah, well.
It's going to pop smoke.
Okay.
So it just vents.
Yes. I've had a really bad day.
He's actually probably one of the best day in this game so far. Yeah. Once the Berserker's gone out and stopped shouting at him for holding back.
Well, look at that. That did one.
Dark Apostle can lob a frag grenade, so 6 shots.
Yep.
Hitting on 3s.
Should have Demon Fortune.
I should have Demon Fortune. It's going to be a running joke though, isn't it? I play Lumineth, should have Demon Fortune, etc. 5s. No, nothing. That's fine. That's absolutely fine. The Terminator Lord is just going to fire his Combi-bolter into the Lich Guard.
Yep.
4 shots. Reroll 1s.
Oh, Codex.
Yep. Wounding on
5s.
4 5s? You'd have 5. No wounds.
Should have Demon Fortune.
I should have Demon Fortune. That is it for my shooting phase. So, charges.
You know what you're going to do for charges? I'm all out of command points, so I cannot overwatch.
Yes, if I get some good charges here, this could be decisive.
Those don't look like they're going to be failed anytime soon.
So we're going to start off with the Dark Apostle.
Yes.
Into the Warriors. Cool, he's in. The Lord Escorter will charge the Warriors. He's in. The Defiler will charge the Warriors and the Cryptek. He's in. The Berserkers are going to charge just the Immortals. It's an 9-ish charge. We need an 8.
The blessed number of Khorne!
Indeed, so going to make it easily.
No, 9.
9. Oh, shucks. There, they fail then. Alright, they're in.
They're in.
The Dreadclaw is going to charge the Helstalker.
Yes. God, look at you learning the names.
Yeah. Can't do my own names.
Yeah.
The Wall of Fiends is going to charge the Kytan. Okay. I've got 2 command points. If I can remove that, and if you whiff with yours, yeah, we'll re-roll it.
Down to its last command point.
Yes, well, let's give it a go. 8 pays off. Gets an 8.
So you get the +1 to charge for...
Yep, that's all you do.
There we go.
And that leaves the Terminator Lord. It would be a 11 to reach him.
Because the crater.
Because of the crater. So we're going to go this way into the Immortals. So, do you get it? No, he stays where he is. Such is life. Right, let me move in all this and then come back to me. Okay, right, we have moved in. The Dreadclaw has taken off again and zoomed all of 9 inches into the Helstalker. Berserker's moved over here. We are staying within range of the Chaos Lord to get the rerolls on the Dreadclaw. I'm going to start with that because I've never got to punch with it before and I'm excited. So, hitting on 4s. I can't use Demon Forge because it's not a demon. Hitting on 4s, rerolling 1s to Chaos Lord. Okay.
Don't need Demon Forge.
No. That's doing better than demons with Demon Forge. Strength 12.
Quantum shielding, so that means you wound on 4s.
Yeah, 4 to wounds. 2 wounds at 84, damage 3.
So 5 up in bombs. That's down to 3 wounds.
Okay, that's fine. let's move on to over this side. Now, I was thinking of saving a command point for the Mauler Fiend, but actually, Lord of Scorn's got rather a lot of attacks and might be my best way to try and clear out some warriors. Let's do the Dark Apostle first, see what he does. 4 attacks, +1 Fateful Assault. Dark Apostle hits on 2s. Okay, so 1 misses. 4 hits, strength 5 on top of my head, 5 or 6. 3s, 3 wounds. AP 1, I believe. Might be 2, I'll double check if it matters.
It does.
It matters.
Okay, so that is just 2. I will take those 2.
Okay.
And let's see if they reanimate. We roll 1s. 1 dies. So we're going to pop there.
Very good, and that means the Defiler putting all his attacks into the Cryptek because you move the one that's close enough.
Oh yes!
I love it when you do that.
Sneaky,
Sneaky. We'll do the Defiler next.
Yes.
Hitting on 3s because of the Lord of Scorn. Okay.
2s.
2 wounds, 2 dead. And then he's got his...
That's a Cryptek dead.
Oh yes, Cultists, yes, Cryptek. He stays dead.
Then we have the
Lord Discordant. Do I need Demon Forge? That is the question.
Thing is, you're not going to chew through them.
No. No, I think I will save my CP and just punch you. So he has 5 attacks with his Chain Blade. Let's see how much of this I can do from memory. Hitting on 2s. Should use Demon Forge. He's charged, so strength 8. So that is 4 wounds at 82.
6s. So 3 go through.
3 so far. The Mount then has 3 attacks, which all 3 hit.
Yes.
These are strength 7, I believe, actually.
Nice.
So 3s. 1 wound.
82.
82.
I know the stats for Disco Lord because I fight them so often.
Yep.
But I am saved.
Okay, and his Megadendrils. 1 hit.
1 hit.
Which wounds. AP nothing.
4s. Nope, that is 4.
Okay, and then his Techno-virus injector.
Techno,
1 shot.
Disco.
Injects you with Techno, he hits. He wounds AP
Yep.
4, I believe.
So
So the other one dies.
So then
So
I will
5 reanimation rolls.
animate. So I actually get 2 of those back.
Okay,
So that is another 5.
very good.
Yeah, 5 for the tally.
Right, Berserkers.
What are you doing with all those dice there, buddy?
This is not even all of them. This is 8 of the Berserkers attacking.
On his face.
Like rolling lots of
This
dice.
is every World Eater's dream, isn't it?
Yeah, to kill 4 immortals.
Yep.
So they're going to kill 4 mortals. I can do this. So this is the first 8 of them attacking.
I reckon we could...
I can do this. I can do it. Dracula's scary wobbling. I'm technically holding all of them. 3s. This is unnecessary. Sophie said, do you want to just roll the Power Fist first? No. No? Why would I want to do that? Right. So before we start doing battle reports, I always used to think, why is it so difficult to pick up dice on camera? Didn't realise we've upgraded to bigger dice.
Yes.
That's where the problem comes from. Right, 4s. 13 wounds at AP 1.
So,
And if you have this, you're cheap to survive. I've got the chainsaws and the power fist.
I think... Can you just measure if I'm still holding with my deployment zone?
You are not. This guy's too far forward.
I do not ignore the AP1. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13.
Yep.
It might just be against ranged attacks. I would have checked that beforehand. But the Nihilakh would maybe coming in handy. Probably not. This is their first activation?
Yes.
Yes.
Yeah, definitely. Cool. I will have them pile in, or I'll have them consolidate, pile in, and consolidate to get to wherever I want them to be.
On that objective, I'm guessing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Do you want
I
to
mean,
pause there and I'll move them in? Or should we go straight onto your strike packs?
I'll tell you what, I'll let you pile them in, because then I can think what I want to do.
Very well. We'll be back in a minute. So the Berserkers have not gone too far actually. They could have got a lot more distance, but I decided piling into the Scarabs was a terrible idea. However, by not doing so, Sophie has activated it instead, and it's piled in to my cultists.
Yes, so this is interesting. I'm trying to figure out, like, split fire has just not worked for me, and I know I should focus down. But if I can remove both the Mauler Fiend and enough cultists that they fail their morale, this really puts a dent in Annex's ability to control the board. I'm going to split the attacks half.
Okay.
So we're going to put 6 attacks of the sweeps into the cultists,
Right.
and then 3 into the Mauler Fiend. I don't have any command points at all to spend on anything.
Okay. Into cultists. Okay.
So that is 3 hits.
Yep. And then 2s to kill.
Yep.
You kill 2
2.
cultists.
That's not again, that's a force morale.
Right. And then the Mauler Fiends.
Mauler Fiend. It's 1 hit.
That's
I
all you
can't
need.
kill it. No, it isn't.
No.
Flat damage 5. Used to be
Oh,
6.
yeah. Okay.
That's a wound.
Demon save. Passes.
Fine. Can't go in.
I'm going to punch back with the Mauler Fiend. I'm going to punch your Triarch Stalker.
Yes.
So 4 attacks with his fists. Don't hit anything though.
No.
Actually, use Demon Forge.
Tendrils?
Oh yeah, it's got those. Thank you.
Tendrils.
Right, 4s. Well, that's better. 1 wound, AP 2, damage 2.
5 up. We're fine.
Cool.
And we're going to hit. We're going to hit the Mauler Fiend. So you're hitting on 5s.
2 hits.
We're hitting on 4s. Nope. So we're going to put 2 into the Defiler, 5 into the Disco Lord, and 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 into the book.
Very good. Bookman.
Librarian.
Yes. No, not librarian.
Oh yes, because
That's a thing.
I forgot the librarians were looking forward to get. Alright, we'll do the 2 into the Disco Lord, hitting on 2s.
Yep.
Running on 5s. Sorry, Defiler.
Defiler, okay.
I've been playing Chaos.
You're doing it now. Into the
It's
Kytan.
infectious. Like some sort of techno-virus. That's 3 hits, 5s. 2 wounds onto the Disco Lord.
No invert? No invert.
No,
AP.
no, nothing, no.
We're just saying words now.
That's
1 goes through.
wounds. Get out of
It's
here.
down to 2 wounds.
Naughty, naughty. And then 6 attacks into the book.
Bookman.
Bookman.
3 hits.
4.
4
I
hits.
might well be
Don't
done.
listen to anything I'm saying.
1 wound.
1 wound.
No AP.
3 up save.
Bookman go
Bookman
punch.
take a wound. Bookman's down to 3 wounds. I'm trying to think of an appropriate book pun, but it's too warm, I can't think of anything.
He's been booked.
It's been booked!
He's been booked.
Is that everything? I think
Yes.
so. So I've got engaged for 1, 2, 3, 4.
Mm-hmm.
And so I get 3 for
Morale.
that. Morale. Ah,
Cultists.
yes.
Now leadership
Yes.
7.
7, and you killed 2.
So on 6.
The 6 winks at me, but we're okay.
Okay.
That is the end of my
Grind them
turn.
down.
I slaughter the whole pile of
1, 2.
Oh yeah, only
3.
3.
I only killed 2.
So no grind down for you.
Yeah, grind them down.
I think that's it for the moment. We'll be
Yes.
back momentarily for Battle Round 4.
Yes. Ooh.
So we're looking.
It's a tight game. If I split fire, everything goes right,
Then
we've got a game.
yeah. If not, the score currently stands at 36-32 to the worldeaters.
No, to the Necrons, but is it?
Yes,
No.
36-32 with me in the lead.
Oh. Yes, I have not done enough.
Grind it down has not worked for you, unfortunately.
I just.
A bit of admin before we go into the movement phase.
Yes. So we have Protocol of the Hungry Void, and this will give basically them +1 strength if they charge, which they most assuredly will.
Yep, it looks like that's what they're planning.
Yes.
My prayer went off. I decided not to go for the penalty to hit aura. No, penalty to hit spell. Prayer, that's the word.
Mhm.
Instead went for the reroll hits aura. So any world eaters within 6 of him, reroll all their hits in the fight phase.
Yes.
And so we've got a command point, but that's it
Yes.
really, for command phase.
That's it. Mine will be done.
Do you
Done
want to walk
that.
us through your
Living
movement
metal.
phase? Living
So
metal.
we've fallen back over here.
Yeah.
I know I'm going to get tagged again, but I've got to do it.
Okay.
Serptech has fallen back.
Yep.
This is the only thing that's going to be shooting. That's how dire straits it is.
Oh dear, yeah, because the warriors have also
Yeah.
fallen back, haven't they?
Yeah, you're going to hit me first, and I needed to get them out the way for the Lich Guard to come through.
Yeah, makes sense.
So really what I need to do is I need to clear Alex off of... So if I can hold 1, 2, 3 objectives,
Yeah.
then Alex still only gets 10 on the primary. Because he's just going to control 1, 2, 3.
Yeah, if you don't do that, I'm going to
Don't do
hold
that.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
You can only hold 5
I currently hold
objectives.
5 of the 6 objectives, so you've got to do quite a bit here.
Right,
I was going to say where do you want to start, but with the Seraptech, I
Yes.
assume. You're going to start and finish
Yes.
with Seraptech. So you mentioned split firing.
Yes, we are going to put it as transdimensional projectors into the Berserkers. I think this is the wisest choice. They are the biggest threat.
Indeed.
We are then going to put one of the big guns into this,
Just the one?
just the one,
Okay.
because the other one's going to go into the Dreadclaw drop pod.
Excellent. Which is not a flyer, so it doesn't have the -1 hit. You're not shooting the Rhino, you're going to punch it, I see.
I'm going to punch the Rhino.
Okay.
Like if the Seraptech 650 point model can't waddle onto a Rhino and sit on it. Can honestly, watch out.
You can ask for a refund.
Gosh, damn right. I'm going to unpaint it, take back my paint,
Just strip the paint,
Yeah.
snap the legs off,
Yeah.
put it back in the post.
and say it's a miscast. Look, the rules are wrong. It's a miscast. Like, it wasn't even good to begin with.
It's very pretty though.
Yes, thank you.
It's not in your dead pile. Usually the line goes, it's very pretty in my dead pile.
Actually, yeah.
In this case, it's been very pretty and ineffective
lived.
on the table.
Yeah. So we'll do
So, what are we firing first?
2d6 shots.
Okay, and what do you say they're called?
The transdimensional projector.
That really is alien
Yes.
language.
No, it literally means we can put the rugby on in all sorts of dimensions.
Oh, good. Useful. It distracts the berserkers.
Mostly 2, because it goes on a wall. Right, 2d6 shots, minimum 3.
It's
3s.
mathematically possible.
3s and 3s.
That's a good start.
You're mathematically possible. Oh, yes. That's 5 wounds, AP 1.
5 wounds, but AP 1. So 4 up saves. Power armor saves
Yeah.
some of them. 2 berserkers die.
Used to be AP 3.
Yep.
Yeah.
Do you want to say it again? What was the AP before?
Used to be AP 3, D3 damage, 6s to wounded, additional mortal wounds. It's 10 points cheaper than now.
Oh, that's good. And then you're going to obliterate synapses of the Mauler Fiend.
Yes. D3, 1 shot.
That's all you need.
To hit.
Good. 2 to wound.
2s. It's a
To
wound.
wound. Demon
You've
save.
got-
Command point reroll.
Oh, you've got your command point. No!
Saving it for this.
No! Come on! Just die! Right, we're gonna kill this.
Yeah, okay. 3 hit, 3 shots even.
1 hit.
Cool, you can't kill it.
650 points of disappointment. It's a wound.
Cool. No save.
6 damage.
It's down to 3.
Anyway, charging.
Yeah, anyway, let's move on. We'll do the debrief after the game.
So
Yes, charging
charge.
the Rhino. On the bright side, I spent my command points, so I can't overwatch.
Yes. Yes, there is that. Overlord. 6, I believe. That is in. The Lich Guard charging. Sorry, I should declare. What
Yes, that's right.
Lich Guard charging both the Lord Discordant and the Defiler.
Okay.
7.
Yeah,
Should
you're in.
be enough. So they are currently strict 7. Your toughness.
7.
So the question is now, do I give them +1 strength, or do I give them an extra attack? I'm actually going to give them +1 attack.
Cool.
My reasoning for that is I need to kill the Disco Lord.
It'll help on both,
It'll
whereas
help on
+1
both.
strength would not help with the Lord Discordant. Yeah.
20 attacks on the Disco Lord. Oh look, I had 20 attacks there.
How convenient.
Oh, hitting on 2s.
Any rerolls?
No rerolls. Oh,
How have we done?
7.
7 wounds, AP
3.
8. I'm unlikely to make 7 of 5 weapon buns. What's the damage?
Just 1.
Just 1.
So he's got 2 wounds left.
Yep.
Not far off.
No, not far off, but he does die.
They do not explode.
Nope, he is just removed
And then-
from the game.
And I've got 20 dice. Yeah.
Which will be bring it down.
Oh, that's tasty. That's a spicy meatball. 3, 6, 9, 10 wounds.
10 wounds. On the demon saves. So, yeah, that's alright. 5, 6, 7. I drop 7 wounds. I'm down to 7.
Then we can go straight on to my Overlord. I believe he has. So 4 attacks. So you're down to 7 wounds. Hitting you on 3s because of the Void Scythe.
Yep.
3 wounds. AP lots.
AP lots. 2 go through.
So it's flat 3 damage.
Okay, it's down to 1 wound.
Oh, come on. Right, I'm going to kill a rhino.
Yeah, come on. Blow the rhino up.
3s. 2s. It's just 10 damage.
It has 10 wounds. The rhino dies. Does it explode? It doesn't explode. It just sits on the rhino. As he said, the rhino is flattened. The Seraptech has had a good day.
Do you get to punch me back with the Defiler?
Yes, I do.
Yeah.
A bottom bracket Defiler. Let me remind myself what a bottom bracket Defiler looks like. I've got a feeling it's not very good. It has 2 attacks, and I was charged. So it's got 3 attacks, and then 3 with its...
Are you going into the Lich Guard or the Overlord?
What are you on for Grinder Down? You've got 2 kills, and we're going into my turn. So if I can get 1 here by killing your Overlord,
yes,
and then kill something else, I continue to deny you Grinder Down.
Yes.
So that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to punch your Overlord.
That makes sense.
With the claws, hitting on 4s, the claws hitting on 4s, claws hitting on 5. Wounding on
5.
stroke 16. Wounds, AP 4.
4 plus invuln. Okay.
D6 damage. 5 damage.
That is a dead Overlord. But I'll tell
Six
you what,
Seraptech.
for turn 4, there's a lot left on the table.
On both sides, actually. Right, well, we will get the dead removed. We will go into my turn. We'll do the command phase and movement phase stuff. And we'll be back in a moment. Okay. I've had to do a couple of things that are not very narrative and it upsets me.
Well, you berserkers, you're frothing at the mouth.
I should probably turn them
skulls.
around because this guy here is putting a banner there. It's the right thing to do. I want to charge with them, they're fun to charge with. If I could somehow get them over here, they'd make an amazing mess, it'd be great. But the right call is to play the mission, so they are putting a banner on that. Realistically, you're not going to push me off that banner this game.
You've scored 10 for the primary?
Scored 10 for the primary. The score currently stands at 47 to 37 at the end of my command phase.
Yes, it's a close one, folks.
It's a close one, and so the banner's an important one. Speaking of banners, this squad of cultists here has put a banner on this objective. The Maul of Fiends moved round, and again, it upsets me, but the Maul of Fiends is not going to be charging.
Probably the right call.
Yeah, it's the right call. It's going to stay there and just be a speed bump for the Seraptech. If I thought I could reliably degrade it, I might give it a go, but I'd have to do 10 wounds. No, 11 wounds to even knock it down a step, which is just not really likely. The Dreadclaw's flown over this, and this brings us sort of one of its fun rules. It has thermal jets that it uses to bore holes in spaceships and disgorge its cargo. He's also worked great on ground targets, apparently. So, at the end of the movement phase, after it's moved over an enemy unit, you roll a dice. On a 2-up, it suffers D3 mortal wounds. On a 6, it suffers D6 mortal wounds.
Tasty.
So we're going to strafe your Triax Stalker and do D3 mortal wounds. 1.
Back down to 3.
Back down to 3. That's fine. That's fine. I can probably take it in combat. Dark Apostle.
Shoot it. Oh, yeah.
Yeah, Dark Apostle's moved around a little bit, and Terminator Lord's moved around a bit. He's got a 9-inch charge onto the Triax Stalker, so an 8 with his bonus. Shooting.
Yes.
So we'll start with the Terminator Lord to see if we can shave a few more wounds off this. 4 shots, hitting on 2s, reroll on 1s. Reroll a 1. 4 hits, 5s to wound, just a bolter. No wounds. Dark Apostle has got a lot of frag grenades into the warriors, so 6 hits, 6 shots even. Okay, that's 3 hits. 5s to wound. No wounds. The Defiler can't fire his battle cannon, obviously, but he can fire his Reaper autocannon into the Lich Guard, which is what we'll do.
Well done.
So that is 1 hit. Oh no, actually he's degraded down to 2 wounds, so he'd be hitting on 5s normally. 6s for firing heavy weapon combat, so no hits. I'm happy to go straight onto the charge phase.
Okay.
So Terminator Lord's got an 8-inch charge into your Helstalker. That's what we're going to do.
Commandments.
That is an 8.
Ooh.
That's what we needed. Gets them to here. If I've got a bit more, I could have got around here to give the Dreadclaw a bonus on the charge, but it doesn't really need it.
Oh yeah, look at that.
The Dreadclaw's actually here, but because it's so big and top heavy, we've put it somewhere safe. Because it's a big, expensive lump of resin.
Yep.
It's going to be charging the Warriors and the Helstalker.
Yeah. Right? Yeah.
It's going to land here. Yep, it's in. Just do that now. And Dark Apostle is going to charge the Warriors as well.
He's in.
He's in. So let's start then with Chaos Lord. Let's see what a Gorefather equipped Red Butcher Terminator Lord can do. 4 attacks, Hateful Assault, and +1 for being a World Eater. He hits on 3s because he's -1 hit with Gorefather. Reroll on 1s. Okay, that's pretty good.
Wounding on 4s for quantum shielding.
Yep. That's 6.
Wounding on 4s anyway.
Yeah. No mortal wounds, but
3/5 up saves.
Yep. Flat 3 apiece.
Does he blow up?
Please don't.
Please.
No. So
That
he's removed.
is any hopes of grind me down? Grind me down?
Yep, you are not grinding anything down. We'll go on to the Dreadclaw next, which has 5 attacks. Rerolling all hits because the Dark Apostle got his aura off. Hitting on 4s. Rerolling all hits. Okay, so that's 2 hits. It is strength 14. So 2s to kill because it's AP3. 1 wound.
1 wound.
1 dead.
Do you want to come back? Reroll for the warrior.
Cool. You stay dead. That's 1 for the Butcher's Bill.
Yes.
And then Dark Apostle has 4 attacks, Hateful Assault and World Eaters. He is hitting on 2s, rerolling. Rerolling. All hits. Stroke 5, so 3s to wound.
8 for -1, so 5s. So, and then I'll kill 3 and 1. 1 comes back.
Cool.
So I'll kill these 3.
So 3 for the tally.
Yes, and 1 will come back.
Yep. That's it for me. So we go into your Lich Guard.
Lich
Do
Guard.
you want to grab some dice?
I'll tell you what, I can do it because
Do 1
30
hit.
attacks. Still got my will be done, despite the Overlord having snapped it.
His will be done posthumously.
So it's hitting on 2s. And here's our strict on your demon saves. Oh!
Oh, okay.
Oh! 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. 13.
Okay.
And the sun.
13 final fin runs coming up. No, he's dead.
Hey, does it blow up?
Hopefully. No. He just falls over.
Okay.
So, grind it down. What have we killed? I killed your Helstalker. And what did you kill last time?
So you killed Helstalker, the Overlord.
Yeah, so that's 2.
I killed the Disco Lord.
Yeah, the Defiler.
The Defiler and the Rhino.
So you do score, grind it down.
Yes.
For the first time in this game.
Yes!
Battle round 4.
Yes. Then I'm going to punch you back.
Oh yeah, you can
Over
push back
here.
Warriors.
So we are going to pile in.
You could secure it even further if you kill both of those.
Damn right. Right, so we are going to put 4. Actually, no. We're going to put 5 into Dreadclaw and 2 into the Dark Wrathful.
Okay.
2 into Dark Apostle, 1 hit. 20 on 4s. Yeah.
That's wound.
Wound, no AP.
3 up save. We're good.
5. So just get through these quickly. And then 5s. Because this dies. That's fun. 3. No AP.
Okay. You knock a wound off it.
Yes.
Down to 2. That, I think, is it.
Okay.
Engage. I am too close to the centre there, I believe.
Yes.
With a Dread Claw.
So you will get 2
So
points.
I get 1, 2. Yeah, I control 3, so I get 2 points for engage. Banners are in place. What's my third one again? Grind you down. No, not grind you down. No prisoners, which we're keeping tally of. That's my turn. We'll be back momentarily for the final battle round. So,
Oh, we've worked it out, and it's at the point where you could normally work this thing with ninth. You can sometimes work out who's going to win, who's going to win. We still don't know.
Yep, it is currently. It's about a point in it, isn't there? If everything goes according to plan, you beat me by a point.
If everything goes according to plan, I have 1 command point.
Bit of admin for the start of the battle round. The Dark Apostle's put his reroll hit score again on himself, which is optimistic.
But it didn't go off.
But it didn't go off, so it didn't happen. Thank you for reminding me. You got your command point.
Yes.
Your characters are dead, so your protocol doesn't matter.
Get out of here!
Walk me through your movement phase.
Okay. So I have moved up the Lich Guard. Primaries don't matter now. Get out of here with your silly primary nonsense. I can knock Alex off. Okay, everything's got to go perfect here, and it's a close game either way. So if I get 3 more points for bringing it down,
For killing the Mauler Fiend and the Dreadclaw.
and you don't have any command points for your invuln saves, I can get 3 points for grinding them down, and I can knock Alex off both the banners.
Yeah, we've checked the Ceratech is so big, it can't control both objectives, but it can knock me off both of them. With some clever charging and wriggling.
It's going to be tough.
Yep.
Everything has to go according to
All
plan.
we need is the Ceratech not to whiff.
Oh, shut up. Right.
Okay.
So,
Yep, so what are you shooting? I was going to put you shooting first. It's once again, the Ceratech's the only thing you have.
trans-dimensional projectors onto the cultists.
So you're splitting fire how many ways?
Oh, just twice.
Just twice?
Just twice.
So where are the other guns going?
Yes, good point. Synatic obliterators, both of them going into the Mauler Fiend.
Very good.
It needs to die.
Yep. And the trans-dimensional
Into the cultists.
television thing was into
Trans-dimensional television
Yep.
coming to you. 2d6 into the cultists. That's 10 shots.
the Okay, that's going to hurt.
I may have found a use for the Ceratech.
Killing 50 points for the cultists.
Yes. I just need 2s.
Yep.
AP -1.
6 dead cultists out of the 3, 4, 5. 5. That's the cultist gone.
Oh. Step 1.
Step 1 of the plan.
Complete.
The dream is alive.
And when does the banner's action finish? Is it your command phase?
I'm not sure. I'll
I'll tell you what. I've declared
It hasn't
shooting,
affected, won't affect your plan.
and it definitely doesn't affect my plan.
I believe you finished at the beginning of your turn and you scored within the command phase.
That's what I thought. We shall double check.
Yes.
Come on. Baby needs a new pair of Zoom shoes. 3s.
It's enough. 2s.
2s.
No! So what have you done? Would you like to microwave these dice?
Come on, put me wrong.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Yeah, okay.
My last command point. Oh, come on! Stupid face! 650 points! Why?
No!
Okay, but we could. The dream isn't dead.
Dear.
The dream is not dead.
No, okay, right, yes, okay. It's okay, the dream's alive. Tell me, Sophie, how's the dream alive?
Because we're going to multi-charge.
Okay.
We're going to charge the Ceratech into the Khorne Berserkers
You're going to slam your backside of the
and slam the backside into the Mauler Fiend.
Very good.
We're going to Tokyo drift this 8
Yep,
inches.
Okay. Doing it live, etc.
Doing it live. Now slam it back into there like
Oh, it can as well.
Think.
Stupid model.
Once we've got a pile in, slam it into there.
Which is then going to be within 3 of that objective, knocking that banner off it.
Yeah.
Within 3 of that one.
Just banners off as it spins around.
Okay. Good.
I shouldn't have done the planning because what I'm going to do is I'm going to charge these guys. These are going to go into the... What sort of charge do I need? This is desperate measures. That's a 6-inch charge. I know it's a bad idea.
You're going to use the Dark Apostle and the Dreadful?
6. I can't risk it.
Spend
I don't
your
think
command points.
you're going to... I've spent my command point. No, we're just going in... we're just going into the Dreadclaw.
Just the Dreadclaw?
Just the Dreadclaw.
Okay.
It's a good
That's
job at it!
Cool, yeah. Games like this are good because they temper your expectations of your dice.
All my massive models.
How do you want to split your punches?
I don't know. So if it was a normal... Right, we're going to do 3 and 3.
3 and 3?
Yeah.
So then 6 into Berserkers, 3
We're gonna
into
kill-
War Fiends.
We're going to kill this War Fiend.
Yep. You need 2 to go through the War Fiends.
Strength 16.
That's 3 and 2 and
And
a
4. So you have 4. Let's see you make all of them.
3.
3.
I make 1, I fail 2. Am I out of command points?
You're out of command points.
Does it explode? No. The Wall of Fiend is finally removed. Well done.
6 attacks into the Berserkers.
3 hits.
3 wounds, AP minus 2.
Minus 2.
Yes.
Minus 1 earlier.
No, it's the claws.
Oh, right.
Yeah.
Okay. Either way, yeah, you kill 3 of them. Your Lich Guard.
You've attacked hitting on 3s. You are toughness 6.
Toughness 6, 3 save.
3s and 4s.
That is 4s.
AP minus 3.
12, 6 up saves. No, it's dead. Oh, actually, well, yeah, it is dead. But that's a good roll. Does it explode?
Oh, does it?
No. It's just
We had
removed.
1 explosion earlier, I suppose.
Yep. Carefully extract the giant flying hunk of resin. When you buy one of these, Forge basically just sends you a cube of resin and tells you to carve it out. They are so heavy.
So we are going to consolidate into.
Okay, well, we'll smack you with the Crozius. So
Yes.
4 attacks, wasn't charged, so
No
2
rerolls.
no rerolls. No, reroll 1's
yeah.
for Chaos Lords.
So, yeah, I didn't get my reroll hits, but I reroll my hits.
Yeah. Did I reroll 3 dice there? 4.
This one disappeared.
Thank you.
Reroll the
Roll the
1.
1. No, good, it's meant to be.
Toughness 5.
5, strength 5, so 4s, 2 wounds, AP 1.
So 3s. How much damage?
2, I believe. Might be D3. Let's roll it quickly. I'm checking. It's either 2 or 3.
Okay.
They have 2 wounds each.
I kill this one.
And then reanimate him.
Reanimate. No.
Nope. Okay, Berserkers have piled in, such so they can get as many on the objective as possible. I'm going to do both activations at the same time because they're not going to move in between. So we'll start off with 8 Power Fist attacks. Hitting on 4s. Wounding on 3s because they're strength 10. That is 3 wounds at AP3.
5 up invuln.
Okay, damage 2 each.
So 6 damage goes through. Okay, I'll mark it off.
Yep, so you can keep track. And then we go on to the Chainaxes and the Chain Swords. I'm going to roll them all together because they're strength 5, AP1, and strength 6, AP1, which has no impact on something of this size. So 3s. As we got 6 wounds, AP1.
That is another 5 to go through, so that puts me down. You've actually bracketed me.
Oh, good. I think that is everyone. The Dark Apostle's already struck,
Yes.
so
Kill the Lich Guard.
kill the Lich Guard.
Right, should we add up the points?
Out of the points, we'll see if there's still a game, or I think I may have won it, but we'll total it up. We'll be back in a moment. Okay, so we've totaled it up,
We've added it up.
and it comes to a World Eaters victory by 6 points,
65-59.
which is a pretty close game, I've got to say.
We were adding up the points, trying to find each little point here. So for bring it down, the opponent has to control the objective. And as we've said
Not bring
earlier,
down banners.
banners.
Yeah.
As we've said earlier, you cannot control 2 objectives at the same time.
So Sophie can't knock me off this one, she at no point controlled that one, so I'm going to score point for the banner there, and a point for the banner there at the start of my turn, and again at the end of the game.
Yes.
I'm going to hold 10 for the primary. That little Dark Disciple is the man of the match, I think.
Yeah.
He's done a great job.
Yeah.
And we are on 8.8 points for no prisoners.
You're going to get some more.
I'm going to get some more. Terminator Lord's going to move over to here, charge them, get a couple of kills. If he dies, it doesn't matter. But realistically, he'll get at least 1, which then puts on to 9. Then we'll get engaged. Berserkers will fall back. It's a disgusting sentence to say. It pains me to say it. The Berserkers are going to fall back.
Yeah.
So yeah, we're going to score engage for those 3 quarters. So yeah, we don't really need to play it out. It comes to a victory, as we said, by 6 points to the World Eaters.
Yes. Yeah. That
Really good game.
Really good. Really, like, you see some games, they're sort of decided by the end of turn 2.
Yeah.
This was
We've
decided,
had games that have been decided by turn 2.
This has been decided right at the end of turn 5.
Yeah. The Cerebtech is...
Just so disappointed. Like, yes, it has... It basically just doesn't have stratagem support.
Yeah. And again, it's so prone to whiffing, like it can do up to whatever it is, 36 damage.
Yeah, I rolled 4 ones, but
Yeah.
you still had your invuln. That wasn't the thing that decided the game.
It wasn't though. I mean,
I maybe could have, even then I wouldn't have knocked you off banner.
would we have had as good a game, do you think, or as close a game, if you'd taken 660 points of useful models instead?
Actually, you know what? No.
Yeah.
That's the other thing. I wanted to take it. As frustrating as it is sometimes quite good taking out the opponent's super heavy.
Yeah.
And for 1 command point, I think, worth it.
Yeah, and there's room in the game now to go, I'm going to swap super heavy, and some are obviously better than others. I genuinely think the Kytan is good.
Yeah, 26 rooms, 450, 440.
440 off the top of my head. I mean, my list, what do you think overall? Because it's a venerable codex, and it's playing mono world eaters, which is
strongest
mono. Pales in
Alex, knew I was going
comparison.
to say this.
Yeah, strongest mono faction in tournament play, but it pales in comparison to playing Chaos Soup, obviously. Because with the other codexes, there is no real incentive for going, I'm going to take everything under the same legion. You're better off taking the best bits of each legion and some demon support and so on. So yeah, it is an old codex, but yeah, being honest, what did you think?
The Disco Lord, I think you played it well because you held the drop pod back turn 3.
Yeah.
I was waiting for you to drop down so I could countercharge you, and I was leaving you the mid-table. So even though I had OPSEC on anything, I wasn't going out and taking the mid-table because there were still too many threats.
Yeah.
If your Disco Lord had charged the Lich Guard, I know he can blend them.
Yeah.
And we've had it before.
We often end up with this, don't we? The Lich Guard versus the Lord Scorn. Whoever charges first kills the other one. That's what I was trying to do with the drop pod, of hold it back as a threat, so effectively zone you out by forcing you to zone me out in a weird way.
Yes.
It's an interesting model to field, and now they can disembark on the turn it arrives. It's 110 points, might be 115.
No, good stuff.
Yeah.
I obviously think new Necrons Codex, I could obviously play it better with 650 points. But I'll tell you what is interesting now. A monolith. So I haven't got a monolith yet.
Yeah. I want to see one.
Yes.
I really want to see one because the new model is gorgeous.
Yes, it is.
And it's an iconic Necron unit. It's as iconic as a Land Raider, which we also don't see, but we'll talk about that.
Yeah. But it's now 360 points with the Death Rays, which actually, now it's only 1 command point. Really?
Yeah.
It's got 4 strength, 9 D3 plus 3 shots.
Which will do some damage. It's a giant floating house that you can use to block line of sight. Can it deep strike?
It can deep strike.
Yeah.
I don't know where you want it to, but it can. Hey, stop it getting shot, turn 1.
Alright, you've convinced me, you're going to have to get one.
Okay.
After you finish the AdMech, and then what's your third 40k army again?
It's orcs.
Yeah.
So the reason you haven't seen the orcs on the channel, so we'll go through it. So that's all we're going to talk about for the game. So, coming up on the channel.
Yes.
So if you haven't already, if you would, if subscribing helps us out.
Of course, you know the drill by now.
Yes.
Algorithm, etc.
Yes. This is where we help us out a load. We are a small channel. We will also have our Patreon.
Yes.
And we do have some stuff waiting in the wings, don't we?
We do. So we've actually got quite a few different games under our belt. For 40k, go for our armies first of all. I've got obviously chaosspacemarines. I run primarily as worldeaters, but I can try other things out as well. I've got a small detachment of Khorne demons, and I've got about 2,000 points worth of chaos knights.
Yes.
Might notice there's a theme here. there's quite a few options, and I've got quite a bit of chaos to play around with. You're a better chaser, aren't you?
Oh, go away. I've had all my new codexes.
So Sophie decided 15 years ago when she got into orcs, I know they'll be toughness 5 one day.
Yes.
And pick them up.
And then as soon as Stars and Suns come out, I'm going to sell them all.
Yep.
No, so we have orcs. The reason I haven't popped them on the channel yet is because they do have a codex coming up, and I've got new Necron codex I haven't really played due to lockdown.
Yep. You've got Hadmec that you've played 3 times at time of recording.
Yes. So they're still very nice and fun. They are a little bit slow. There's a lot of hobby lag of that.
Yep.
We also have some other game systems coming up. We do have some Age of Sigmar.
We do. So I've recently got a Lumineth army. We are sitting on about 1,500 points at the moment, all of which is painted, which is nice. Got a whole pile of other stuff to get for them as well. You've got...
I've got about 3,000 points worth of Khorne.
Yep.
So the one thing we're waiting for is terrain.
As you've probably noticed if you've watched a few of our battle reports, the terrain it's not bad, but it's a little bit samey. We're limited to basically what you see here. But again, we're working on that. We've got some more industrial terrain that I'm going to airbrush at some point in the next couple of weeks.
Yes.
So that'll give us some more dents to play with.
Got some other stuff being 3D printed on the way.
Yeah. And we'll get some AOS style terrain or some neutral terrain that we can use for all games.
Yes. You've got to take out a small loan for a Horus Heresy army. We have some Horus Heresy coming off the channel. Horus, the War Master himself, is waiting in the wings.
Yep.
He will be on the channel. Dan's Mechanicum coming up, and we can do a game with this terrain.
Yeah.
Coming up. And then last but not least,
Titanicus.
Titanicus.
We have really looking forward to playing on camera.
We have some terrain, but not
we
enough.
have a building. It's this big.
Yeah.